Snow! Texans aren't prepared for this kind of nightmare, sir. We gotta work fast.
We ready to roll?
Broadcasting live from the internet, it's Tuesday night, and this is the Panels on Pages podcast.
Big boys playing with big toys.
This is quality content.
The boomers are into it.
Hey man, I just show up.
With your hosts, Lee Rodriguez.
I am a visionary. Like, oh, you have a podcast? I'm like, no, that's not me. That's somebody else.
Jason Nyes.
Yeah, sure. I'm not getting any vegetables in my diet. I'm just a thick boy.
Jose Guzman.
Is Jose on the show tonight?
He says he's coming.
It's like Elton John all over again, just minus the death threats.
Kelly Harris.
Reach your hand in your pants there, big boy. That's not me. I don't sound like that anymore.
And our good buddy Mahoney.
And Mahoney's here. What's up, Mahoney?
We can do just glorious, wonderful things on our phones, people.
No one's ever done anything like this before.
It's gonna be massive.
It's going to be great. I mean,
The thick
obviously,
boy.
I think it'll be great.
And it's all killer, no filler.
My seat's on fire! Your take's so hot!
Come on. It's so good.
It's pretty good. It's there. It's reliable. You know what you're getting every single time.
Man, I'm so glad you found us.
You're all terrible people, and I'm glad you're my friend.
Put that in the intro.
That's really funny.
Over 500 episodes, and you'd think they'd have the hang of it by now.
It seems like the concept that would run its course very quickly. What is happening, everybody? Today is Tuesday, February 23rd, 2021, and this is episode number 548 of the Panels on Pages podcast. I am your host, the Lord Reverend Lee Rodriguez, and joining me tonight, we got Mr. Jason Nyes.
Très bien, robot. Now, vámonos.
Jose Guzman.
On mute.
Cool. Mahoney's here. What's up, Mahoney?
You can't hear it, but Jose is just making a fart noise.
and Kelly would love to be here, but he's busy scouting talent for next week's show.
Kelly's also making a fart noise.
Also making a fart noise. Now, Kelly got that second Rona shot, which is very exciting.
Oh, no, he didn't. He's scouting talent. He's scouting talent, Lee.
No. He got a shot at the Rona because of the place that he works. That's all it is. Because he's on the front line all the time. He's always getting a shot at that Rona.
Yes. Okay.
That's how it goes.
I overreacted.
I may have misspoke. My bad. But that's what happens when you come face to face with the grimy ass public all the time. Could be anything. It's ridiculous.
Sure.
Real quick, before we move on too far, two things. One, apologies for missing last week's show. We'll get into that in a minute. And perhaps more importantly, big ups to everyone who downloaded the Meatball Machine Kodoku commentary track. Pretty good numbers on that. I'm pretty excited about it.
Yeah?
I hope you all enjoyed it as much as we did.
Hope
Boy,
you
we
all
have a good
found
time
it
with
as
that.
wild as we did.
Yeah, I thought, it was a great time, but I thought that was going to be a real niche audience from our already niche audience.
But you know what? Pretty good. Pretty good numbers. Not mad about it. So
I guess we're pandering to the wrong audience. Let's get up in some of that meatball viewership.
get some of that meatball money. But no, yeah, it's a fucking blast.
Oh, you're ready for some meatballs?
Shit, yeah, I love a good meatball. Oh man, it's good
I don't know
time.
what happened to my everything went out. But
Okay, you're good now.
Oh, you're good.
You're back,
Okay.
baby.
We can hear you. We couldn't hear the big fart noise you were making.
Yeah.
Oh, I made fart noise?
Yeah.
I mean, whenever we take a week off, I'm worried that we're going to forget how to do this. So, that tiny little technical difficulty, that's a drop in the bucket compared to
no, we're killing
normal.
it. We're gonna be fine.
Lee got the date right, and I knew we were on a good start already.
That's
Just
exactly
pretend I
right.
said something cool when you said my name.
So, I'm gonna tell you guys a story, and this story begins many years ago. Many years ago, my wife and I and my young family, we traversed from our permanent home in Middle Tennessee, and we went to visit her family. The in-laws up in damn near Wisconsin, Illinois, for the holiday season, for Christmas time.
I've heard they've got nothing in Wisconsin but snow and squirrels.
That's pretty accurate. It was cold and it was miserable, and I very clearly remember when we were packing up to leave from this Christmas trip. Nicole had just gotten out of the shower, and so in the time it took for her to walk from the garage to the car to put a suitcase in the trunk and walk back to the garage, she had ice crystals in her hair. And I said to her, "We've got to get the fuck out of here. I'm never coming back here again in the winter." And she said, "Yeah, fuck this. We're never doing this shit again. There's a reason we moved." See, because we lived there for the better part of a decade, and eventually, like, this fucking sucks. Let's go back where it's warm. The next chapter of our... We made a pact is the point. There was a pact was made, much like the Batman watching his parents gunned down. I stared at those ice crystals, and I said, "Never again, Father. I shall become a heater," or whatever the fuck. It doesn't matter. The metaphor didn't land. The point is, we weren't going to go fucking back there again in the wintertime. Now, my lovely wife has two sisters, twin sisters. They fucked up my pact, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
They kept having babies in the wintertime. I got a kid in December. We got a couple more kids in February. It's fucking cold. I managed to duck this the past couple of years. I don't necessarily duck it, but haven't had the opportunity to go for birthdays. My wife loves a fucking birthday. Takes birthdays very seriously, does my lovely wife. So she never misses a birthday unless she absolutely fucking has to. And she's like, "Hey, you got this new gig. You got plenty of PTO because we didn't go any fucking where last year. Shit carried over. Let's go visit the fam for the kids' birthdays in February." And I'm like, "I don't want to do that. It's going to be cold and unfortunate." And she's like, "Yeah, we're going to go." And I'm like, "I'm sure it'll be fine. Even though we made a pact, I'm sure it'll be fine." And so we went to damn near Wisconsin, northern Illinois. I think the day we got there, the wind chill was about 20 below zero.
It ain't too bad.
When we left our house, it was 61. So it was a pretty precipitous drop. And so we spend a couple days at her sister's house visiting her family. Had a great time. My niece, who I've begun to refer to only as Thug Nasty, because she's a fucking savage animal. She's likes me now. It's pretty cool. I taught her how to dab. Everybody likes that. We bonded over the weekend. So cool, great. I can't wait to go home. This was lovely, but it's time to go home. After all, we made a pact. I wasn't supposed to be there any fucking way. And then, you guys see the weather last week? By any chance, anybody hear anything about this?
Mm-mm.
It was. It may have been a small story, but as we were preparing to leave, the thumb of God scraped across the southern United States, and my entire homeland was covered in about 2 inches of solid fucking ice. So during a trip to the fucking tundra, I was trapped there because of weather home. And it broke my fucking brain. And so we ended up getting stuck there for the whole week last week because we tried to leave on Tuesday, but that wasn't going to work either because it still sucked. It's like, well, I can't keep fucking taking days off of work that we might travel on. So I guess we'll just hang out and we'll leave on fucking Friday after work. And so it was going to be a 3-day trip, turned into a 9-day trip.
Sweet ass vacation right there.
Fucking living on air mattresses in my in-laws' basements. And they were, they were troopers. Oh, they were troopers because they didn't sign up for this shit either. I told them both, Monday night, I'm like, look, all you got to do, say the word, and we'll get a hotel because I get it. Like, you were not like, let's have visitors over for a week and a half. That is not what you signed up for. I will not be mad if you're like, yeah, get the fuck out. I would probably tell you to get the fuck out. But they were really cool. And they're like, no, hang out and stay. So we stayed there for 9 days. And it was nice. Nice getting to see everybody. It was lovely. And, it would have been different had we planned to go the whole time. But just every moment that we were there that we did not plan to be was like a dagger in the brain, because I have a problem and don't like not being in control of the shit. It was a real issue for me for a whole damn week. It was awful.
Yeah, 9 days is a lot. 9 days is a lot when you're planning on 4 days, but also 5 days is a lot when you're planning 4 days. I know, I love you guys when we get together every year. It's the highlight of my year, but I cannot leave 1 second earlier.
No, you can't, because you got to get back in your fucking groove.
Yeah,
like it's part of it, man. It's important. Like you got to, get back into your world, because everybody has their own little ecosystem, and they got fucked up, and I felt real bad for them because we were definitely fucking up their ecosystem. They had 4 extra bodies in the damn place.
Yeah, I mean, how did their plumbing take it?
It's really funny you should mention that, because they have a well system at their house, which I guess is fairly common up there.
Yeah.
And so, when they build the house or whatever, they put the well in, and they're like, hey, this is a, fucking 3-bedroom house. So we, whatever the well can support, whatever they calculate 4 people. And so I'm like, and she, he's, my brother-in-law telling me all this stuff, and I'm listening because it is kind of interesting how all that shit works, whatever. And I'm like, so what happens hypothetically if you, I don't know, have twice that many people for an extended period of time? And he says, I guess we're going to find out. Because when their daughter was potty training, she did fucking 20 loads of laundry in a week because she just kept burning through stuff. And they actually ran out of water in their well. So she told me that story, and I was terrified we're going to fuck up their whole lives. And I don't even know, how do you fix that when there's no more water for you to have? It's like this, it blew. I don't know what I would have done if it was me, because there's an alarm, there's sound, and all this stuff. Fucking madness. But we made it home. I got to get back on my sweet ass pillows. I got some sweet pillows, you guys.
Yeah, you were telling me about these pillows.
Oh, they're so nice. They're like that cooling gel technology, all that cool shit. Oh, they're so great.
Oh, you got one of them My Pillows?
No, better not.
No, they're not. They're not that. There's something else. They feel like a good hotel pillow. You know what I'm saying? Like that good, sink into it kind of pillow.
Mm-hmm.
Somewhere between regular and memory foam. Fucking wonderful. So I was bitching about not having my fancy new pillow for a fucking week. I got that back. It's great. Wake up on Saturday.
See, I got 2. The pillow that we got at the Tempur-Pedic, I love mine. The lady didn't love hers, so that turned into my road pillow. I fucking travel with one of them bad road.
We got the Tempur-Pedic pillow too, and it was cool. But I don't know. I think I like this a little bit more. I'll send you a link, Jose. You can try one out. Tell me what you think. The pillows are important.
Sponsor us, pillow companies. Not you, My Pillow.
Definitely not you, My Pillow. Fuck out of here. Got home and promptly lost power for a couple hours. Which, whatever. We were home, but still warm inside. We had water. No big deal, right? No big. But, hell, I knew people around here that had been without power for a week, and I knew this was going to be a temporary problem, so I wasn't that worried about it. Yeah, Goat's uncle did not have power for 6 days, I think.
Holy shit.
He lives out in the...
Goat has an uncle? Like a proto-uncle?
Yeah, like an actual uncle, like a literal uncle. Yeah. So, I'll be a monkey's uncle. No, this man's an uncle's uncle. Straight up. So it could have been worse. Clearly could have been worse. But here's the thing. This new home that we purchased, very excited about, at one point had an alarm system, like an active alarm system. We haven't turned that on yet, but the panel's still here. All the stuff is there. So, when you open the doors, it makes a little beepy sound. That's cute. We like that. We get that on. And we had periodically been losing power throughout the week, and we lost power for probably the longest time that it had gone out was Saturday. And at some point, the panel begins to chime incessantly until you get up and push the button and make it stop. And it chimes incessantly. You get up and you hit it stop. So every 10 minutes, it would start beeping like crazy. You get up and you stop it. And I cannot let this slide, obviously. So I start looking shit up on the internet. Okay, cool. How do I fix this fucking panel? How do I make this thing stop? can I just turn it off? Because it won't let me turn it off, won't let me do anything. And so I'm looking up, and I was like, yeah, okay, hey, yeah, so to reset this panel, you got to power everything down, and then push the star and the pound key, and that'll put it back into its installation mode, whatever the fuck, and I'm just kind of watching along, and, had not powered down the unit, but I'm just kind of following along, whatever, and I push the pound and the star key, and the alarm goes off. As if someone had busted down the front door. It's just going off nonstop. I don't know the code to this thing. So I have no idea what the code is that was set on it. And it's just going ham. The dog's freaking out. The kids are freaking out. Everyone's losing their fucking mind. So I do the only thing that I possibly can. I go into the hallway. I pull the fucking alarm off the wall. I cut the wires and solve the problem.
Hell yeah.
Real Catherine Zeta-Jones over there.
And then the panel starts beeping again, so I bust open the power box and just start yanking wires.
Oh, Lee's hallways just full of holes in the drywall.
It's fucking crazy. It's been an adventure, you guys. A fucking adventure. But everything's cool now. Everything's chill. We got the dog back. By the way, we boarded the dog. Again, it was going to be 3 days, turned into 9. Ended up paying $300 to board the fucking dog.
That's not too bad for 9 days.
No, it's not too bad. But it was supposed to be $80.
By day 5, he was probably like, this is it. They're not coming back for me.
Oh, Buster.
I've actually pissed him off so much.
Oh.
This is my home now.
Oh.
The vet did say he got awfully sad around day 4, which, you know what? So did I. So I couldn't really be mad about it. Nicole seems to think he's losing his hearing. I just think he's stubborn and old and was asleep. She's like, I called for him and he wouldn't get up. I go, yeah, he was assed out on the couch. Of course he didn't get up. Nonsense. Yeah, it's been fucking wild, y'all. I'm glad to be back in my space.
People have called my name when I've been on the couch. I don't answer either.
I've done that. I'd be like, hey, Jose, and you're just gone. Then I'll be like, hey, Goose. I'm like, what?
Waiting on you.
Waiting on you, Goose.
I got my shoes on.
I hope everybody else is out there is cool. I know we got some folks out in Texas has some wild shit going on. I hope everybody's cool. I think for the most part, people seem to be back in the normal swing of things. That's some people I work with were screwed for days. It's wild.
Yeah, be prepared. This is going to be the norm now. We're going to have at least one of these catastrophic weather events, every 3-4 times a year. So
yeah,
ready.
It's like one per season.
Yeah.
First everything's on fire, and then it gets a little cold, and it's like, oh, now everything's under ice.
Yeah. And then the hurricanes come, and we get a whole shitload of those.
Getting closer and closer to Sharknado.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No shit. And all the whites are terrified of immigrants and brown people. It's like, no, man, you should really be worried about the fucking weather.
Yeah.
That's what's gonna get you.
And the infrastructure. How could you not think of the infrastructure? And then not to mention the worldwide pandemic we're still going through.
Well, you guys saw the government's behind the snow, right?
Yeah. Faking it.
Okay.
Fake snow that they're flying over Texas, throwing it at the ground.
Yeah, tell me about this, Jose, because I saw you put something up, but I couldn't go down that rabbit hole. I was busy. How are they faking the snow?
I guess they're saying because it burns weird. It doesn't burn like real snow. It burns like it's synthetic.
I think the problem is that they're from Texas and they don't know what the fuck snow is. And so they picked up a bunch of snow and they held a lighter to it and it left scorch marks. And they were like, this shit is not real snow. Someone did this to us. And so there's a number of videos on TikTok of people just taking an ice cube out of their freezer and holding a lighter to it and being like, look, it fucking burns. It leaves scorch marks. You're idiots. You're just dumb.
What? Why would it not leave scorch marks?
I have no idea. I guess because it's so cold.
Well,
Maybe?
they assume because it's snow that it wouldn't burn; it would just melt. But instead of
Everything burns.
Yeah, did the Joker not teach us that lesson?
Right.
Did all of
Jesus.
Texas not see Dark Knight?
yeah,
Everything
you know,
burns.
everything's a
It's amazing.
conspiracy theory now. Bill Gates
Yep.
is dropping fake snow with metal inside of it onto Texas for some reason. Yeah, there were some idiots that were like, "Look at this! If you put the snow in your microwave, it starts flashing like there's metal in it." And one put a snowball in the microwave, and it didn't start flashing. And they're like, it's fine though." Never mind that. No, don't pay attention to the man behind the curtain.
I think this is just them not knowing shit about snow. There's all sorts of disgusting shit in the snow.
Right,
Like it's
yeah.
got whatever it fell on.
Yeah.
Like if they
Whatever
if it
fell
touched
on
the
the
dirt in the ground,
It's in your air, you know.
They're just looking for more things to blame them Dems about.
Exactly.
yeah.
Oh God, you got Ted Cruz fucking off to Cancun.
Oh, God
That's one of
bless
the
him.
dumbest stories I've ever seen.
God bless
favorite-
his heart.
I've seen a lot of people defend him, like, "Oh, well, you know, what do you expect him to do? Well, not leave."
Right.
Yeah, I literally
I don't know.
don't understand.
job?
Well, what do you expect him to do? I don't know. Something?
Yeah.
Well,
Anything?
The argument
It's just-
is
it's
because
not a
he's
good look.
he's a federal senator. He has no powers on a state level. But then AOC flies in and raises $5 million and
Oh, man.
helping people with food and water. And it's like, so he can do something.
She probably I feel like she would have done something no matter what.
Sure.
But the minute he jet set his way to Cancun, she was probably like, "Oh, we are gonna raise so much fucking money."
She booked a flight right there.
Yeah.
She's
but I
like, I know
was-
where I'm going.
Somebody said something about it, and I made some joke about like, "Oh, what a great leader." And my father-in-law, he's a big, conservative guy, and he's like, I mean, if you had the power and the resources, wouldn't you leave somewhere cold if you were trapped there? And I said, Russ, I'm trapped somewhere cold now. I'm trapped somewhere cold right now. And if Southwest were to call up and be like, "Hey, we got one free ticket home. You want it?" I wouldn't be like, "Fuck off, family." I would hang out and, take care of the people it's my responsibility to care for.
Yeah.
He had nothing to say. He's like, fuck, that actually makes sense.
It's really amazing just watching his whole first it's this secret trip and people start taking pictures of him at the airport. And they're like, "No, that's not Ted Cruz." And then it's like, "Okay, yes." Like clearly it's a picture of my face wearing a mask I wear all the time, standing next to my wife. So yes, it is me, Ted Cruz. Like, yes, you've got me.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah. This is one of the first instances where someone has been profiled for just being ugly.
right? He's like, "I'm only escorting my daughters to Cancun.
Right.
So don't worry. I had no intention of going to Cancun." And they're like, "Ted, you have a giant ass fucking suitcase in your hand." And he's like, No. No, I'm just flying them down there. I'm coming immediately back." And then it's like, what are these leaked text messages from your wife's group chat of her saying that you're not coming right back? And it's like, "I'm sorry, what? You have what now?" And then he's like, "I mean, I was always coming right back. Like, I don't know what to tell you. I was always coming right back." And they're like, "Ted, is this your college roommate who came along on the trip with you? Like, did you go on a trip with your college roommate?" And he's like, "I don't understand how far down the hole you go before you're just like, yeah, no, I went to Cancun because I'm a fucking idiot. Like, I'm a jackass." Like,
Yeah.
He's bad at everything.
yeah.
The group text thing gave me some pause because then I'm like, if Pop and the Popcast ever goes down, it'll be because of a group text.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. That guy's bad at being bad at stuff. That's how
Yep.
bad he is at things.
Yep.
And they'll still vote for him.
They sure will.
And then he comes back from fucking Cancun, and he rushes out to rehabilitate his image, and he's giving out, paper towels and shit. And everybody's like, motherfucker, you left the country. You have to quarantine. You can't come out here and hand out paper towels.
And also, they're like, why is there only one car in that parking lot, Ted? Where are all the people, Ted?
He was loading up his own car.
Yeah.
Ooh, free water?
Unreal.
Thank you.
Yeah, they're like, oh, he's helping, but no, that was actually just him shopping because he didn't grocery shop before they left.
Oh, yeah, and then there was the story about them leaving their dog stranded at home, too.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ, I missed that part.
Yeah.
Hell.
Real embarrassing. What a rat.
Just
real piece
seriously,
of shit.
I mean, that's the best. The Texas, come on, isn't Texas 81% Republicans? He's the best one they got.
Yeah.
Fucking nuts.
Unreal.
Imagine that being the guy that represents you. Fuck, man.
I mean, why wouldn't
What's
you
going
want?
on, guys?
Why wouldn't you want a representative who, at the drop of a hat, will fly his wife, his teenage daughters, and his college roommate to Cancun to have a romantic vacation by themselves?
While the rest of the
alone
state
by themselves, while he gets right back to Texas to get to work.
While the rest of the state freezes to death.
Yeah. I'm sorry, was I not supposed to let my college roommate go fuck my wife in Mexico? I don't understand.
Well, speaking of pieces of shit on the right wing, I didn't get to talk about this last week because we didn't have a show, but boy, oh boy, do I still have it in my notes from the week before. So Gina Carano could not stay off of Twitter. And now I am $160 richer because I sold her Black Series Star Wars figure on eBay, and all the racists are snapping those up on eBay.
It's insane, man. Fucking good for you,
and
dude.
And that's $160 after shipping, PayPal fees, and eBay fees.
That's fucking wild.
So,
good for you.
So net, we paid $20 for that, maybe even less because we bought it at Disney over a year ago before she revealed herself to be a real piece of shit. So we probably got a Disney discount. So yeah, $140 for a QAnon fucking mask truther piece of shit action figure. You can have it.
You best believe I've been looking for those things everywhere I go, just in case there's one hanging out in the rack somewhere.
You should have wrapped it in masks.
Oh, I farted in the box before I sent it.
Perfect.
I pulled the group. I pulled you guys, and I also put it out there on the Discord. I'm like, should I hold on to this or should I sell it now? And everybody's like, sell.
Yeah, now's the time.
Yeah, I don't absolutely.
I have seen some that are selling for upwards of $300, but then others for $160, $150, $99. So it's like, I'm fine. I'm fine with my $160.
Yeah.
That's 8 times my investment in that thing. So
pretty good. That's some GameStop stock.
For real.
Exactly.
Pretty good.
Exactly. Robin Hood's going to come and have the government shut you down.
Oh, and J-Pop mentions it in the chat. We do have, now on the live podcast, we do have Super Chat enabled where you can throw us a couple bones and it pops your message up to the top so that we make sure that we read it. But J-Pop says, that's why I'm not Super Chatting you right now because I'm up $100. Gina Carano Super Chatted me.
She said, what up? You got any more than figures?
You definitely sell it now, right? Because here's the deal. You sell it now, and it's either going to a QAnon racist person, which, fuck off, but thanks for the cash, I guess.
Right.
Or it's going to some kind of Star Wars, collector who's I gotta get this because I'm going to flip it in a decade for $800.
Mm-hmm.
These are going to be so hard to find, except here's what I think those people are forgetting. Number one, these QAnon racist motherfuckers are not going to give a shit about this figure in 10 years, so they're going to be available on the market. So it's not going to be as rare as you think it is. And number two, who the fuck is going to be thinking about Cara Dune in 10 years? No one's going to want that figure. No one's going to remember she was even a thing.
I wonder if they will completely retcon the character out of existence, or maybe they'll continue the character on in like comic books or animation or something, and then eventually recast in live action. But like, really, it's a huge galaxy. Why bother? Like, it's the stink is on it. Yeah, poor old Cara Dune died on the way back to her home planet.
Yeah.
Well, in other toy news, let me give you guys a little bit of this.
Where are the turtles?
Oh, yeah.
Where are they?
So I did it, you guys. I'm done for now collecting Ninja Turtles. I found my Rat King and Rapist 2-pack at Target, just sitting there on the shelves. Like, there were 7 of them just sitting there.
Really?
Their distribution has gotten a lot better just as soon as I'm ready to get out of the line entirely. So I got that. And then these motherfuckers drop another Loot Crate subscription yesterday. And they got that stupid little Ginger Danny from the first movie as part of a $50 Loot Crate. And then they got, there's 4 different Loot Crates. And if you get them all, there's a figure in each one, an exclusive figure. If you get them all, you get a 5th exclusive figure. And besides Danny, who I don't even really give a shit about, like, none of them really excited me to the point where I want to drop $216 right now on 4 Loot Crates.
Paid for the licensing of that shirt.
For real, like, I don't know, because it's a Sid Vicious shirt. I wonder if, because it's so small and it's so obscured, maybe it's technically not his likeness,
Or maybe somebody should let him know and he can hit NECA up.
Well, he's dead, isn't he, Sid Vicious?
Well, there's got to be some kind of trust or something.
Yeah.
Right?
Sex Pistols, probably.
The Danny one is kind of cool, though. Like, if I was collecting the movie Turtle figures, I'd probably try to pony up for Danny. It's cool. He's, like I said, he's one of those, like, I can't believe they're making this kind of figures. It's kind of...
I figured I can at least get it. I don't necessarily have to open it. I can sit on it, and either it can be part of my collection at some point, or I can flip it, because even NECA and Loot Crate are advertising this Loot Crate as, hey, these figures are reselling for upwards of $300, so get in on the ground floor. And that's why I had such a hard time passing on getting all of them, because I was like, man, I could fucking flip these things. I got that itch now that I sold off Cara Dune.
Yeah.
But no. I'll do with the one, because really, $50 for, even though you're getting other stuff, it's $50 for an action figure. I haven't done anything with any of the other crap that come in any of the other boxes. So, that's where I'm at.
Nah, I get it. Makes sense.
I have bought paint. I have not started yet, but I'm going to get going on my pizza wall this week. Probably tomorrow. So stay tuned for that.
Shit.
And then next step is start getting some shelves in there.
Okay, sure.
We'll see.
5 months from now, he's going to unpack his first box.
I kid. Not really, though. I'm going to buy more shelves tomorrow.
You don't have any room, sir.
Yeah, where are you going to put them? Outside?
No, I got room in the hallway.
Yeah, but he's got to cover up all them holes he just made.
Yeah.
You're going to put shelves
got a hall, son.
You're going to put shelves in a hallway like a hoarder, huh?
I'm not questioning whether or not you have a hallway. I'm questioning whether it should have shelves in it.
You starting a collection of old newspapers?
Fuck off. No, actually, we know where we're gonna put all the Legos shit now too. So I got this whole big wall in the upstairs,
on top of the pile of pizza boxes.
There, find some studs.
Yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be great.
End up like that one fool.
Oh no. That guy was a big fat dummy.
Yeah,
they shared a picture like a before and after of some guys like Star Wars Lego shelves. It's like got that big ass Millennium Falcon, all this crazy these multi-thousand piece things, and then the next picture is the shelves fucked up and just a pile of broken dreams on the ground. And I'm like, ugh. Like, no, I don't care for it.
Yeah, maybe put an anchor in the wall next time, guy.
Jesus Christ. So what's up, Jose?
It's been kind of fucking chilling. I can't even think of anything. Well, I did. Okay, so because apparently the Surfer is a fucking Walgreens.
And I have been looking for it too. Yeah, I know you want that Surfer.
Yeah, it's like, what do they call it? Like the Obsidian Surfer? It's a darker, like graphite Silver Surfer Marvel Legend that's very cool looking.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Now,
really
I
neat.
had to fucking add Walgreens to my list of places I got to stop at, which the lady loves that. But bright side, I transferred all my prescriptions from CVS to Walgreens, so now I have to go to Walgreens.
What? Fucking what?
I thought you were. Oh, you're CVS. Oh.
No, he's not. No,
transferred
he's not.
all
He
my
has no
prescriptions
connection to that
from
company at all.
Walgreens.
Go to Walgreens, no problem whatsoever, Jose.
Why don't you get some exclusive toys, Lee? Huh?
I don't know.
Oh shit, you guys! Zero hit us up in the chat for a $2 super chat.
What?
Oh shit!
He didn't say anything, but it's there. That's cool. Thank you, Zero. It works.
If you are listening and you're like, what is this super chat feature on the YouTube? I've never heard of it. It's basically like when you tip a cam girl.
Yes.
So where you
Yeah, and for every $1, we all take off an article of clothing.
Yeah. Good thing I trimmed my pubes today.
Oh shit!
Your boy wearing one memory foam slipper now, y'all.
You should have sent some of that with your Cara Dune.
Oh my god. Did you send that belt?
Yeah,
Good.
you fucking got it a while ago.
I don't know. He hasn't shown a picture.
Not my problem.
I think he's just covering for you.
I did my job. I sent that shit long time ago.
All right. He said he did send something along with the super chat, but I didn't see it. So I don't know if I can't see it from this, from my.
Oh no, it's a whole bunch of kanji characters. That's why.
Oh, okay.
J-pop for $1.99.
Nice. Do we have $1.98?
Sold. Yeah, it's like the Price is Right. Someone
Yeah.
says $1.
J-pop hit us up for $1.99 too. I don't know if he said anything besides fuck. Because
That
it's not,
hardly seems
it's
worth
not
it.
popping up to the top for me. I don't know why, but I'm seeing them. I see them all anyhow, so I appreciate you guys for helping us out because we see all your goddamn chats anyhow.
Fucking love it. Wonderful.
Well, after changing my prescriptions back to CVS, I did find a sweet ass John Wick Diamond Select figure
Yeah.
for $16. So pick that fucking bad baby up. That was pretty cool. Except for the back, there's a photo of him carrying a gun he doesn't come with. Fucking stop being lazy with your photo shoots.
That
Diamond Select.
sucks.
Yeah, it's a thing that they do. That Diamond does in particular with like the Walgreens version, and Toys R Us used to get them too. Like I remember they made an iZombie figure, Liv, the character from that. And like, if you got it, from like a comic shop or whatever, she had like, a whole bunch of accessories and like her autopsy table and all that shit. But they also had one at Walgreens and Toys R Us that was just like, the figure and maybe, 2 accessories, whatever. But it was like, $10 cheaper. All right, that's kind of neat. I appreciate, the option there. But, don't show a thing on the box it doesn't have inside of it. That's kind of fucked up.
Yeah. That's some real 90s Toy Biz vibes where it's
Yeah.
like, check out this figure. It's not real, motherfucker.
Yeah. I haven't opened up the figure yet. I got some plans. Figure opening soon, but it's still kind of bullshit. Don't have a picture with shit that's not it coming with it. Because I was looking for that gun. I was like, did they mispackage it? And I'm like, no, there's no spot for a gun. Nobody took it.
I said, you really want that gun? I'll send you mine. I'm not using it.
Lee's
Say the
like,
word, dog. I got you.
Lee's like, my John Wick is just using a pencil. He's taking a
handgun and the pencil to poke an eyeball
He's taking a standardized test.
out. Just drawing dicks on the Scantron the whole way down. Fucking love it.
Motherfuckers.
What's up, Mahoney?
Oh, Lee. Lee, you like playing Fortnite, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With you guys.
Well, so do we. And so you should go over to twitch.tv/panelsonpages and watch us play Fortnite. And you can see fun things like tonight when Nyes and Mary and I got together for a quick couple of matches. And we knocked down this one player right at the edge of the storm. And then I picked that player up and I threw him into the storm. And they slowly, very, very slowly, crawled their way out of the storm right to my feet. And I picked them up and I threw them into the storm. At which point, Darwin, watching us live, was like, "No, what are you doing? Don't do this." And they crawled their way very slowly right to the edge of the storm, and I built a couple of walls right in front of them and locked them out.
Jesus Christ.
It was wonderful.
Oh yeah, I should have clipped that for the show, but
we finished like 15 minutes before the show started.
yeah,
so.
You know?
We then got immediately karma'd and like gunned down like 4 minutes later, but it was worth
Well,
it.
you don't show that part in the clip.
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
We glossed over a pretty pivotal moment in Popcast history just now. Mahoney said, "Lee, do you like a thing?" And I was like, "Yeah." I'm sure that's ever happened before.
you were a little hesitant.
I felt like it was
You
a
were
trap.
like, I mean, I like it when I'm playing with you guys.
Felt like it was a trap.
Nope, no trap. It's great. It's great. We have
30
some
TikToks
really
from
fun things
Fortnite.
out there on Twitch.
Yeah. Since we didn't have a podcast last week, we broadcasted for 3 hours straight on Twitch. It was fantastic. Well, since we're talking about it, let me pull it up now. I had planned to show these for the comics segment, but Juggalo John was actually starting to clip out little fun bits from our Twitch streams on Fortnite. So I learned how to do that shit, and it's pretty cool. So here's a couple of cool little bits. Rob shouted this one out in the Discord.
Oh, shit. What up, Rob?
Yeah. This was when me and Mary were playing late last week, and it's pretty cool. Mahoney and, well, I think it was all you guys, Mahoney, Jose, Lee combined, taught me and Mary the joys of lighting shit on fire in Fortnite. So we've both gotten pretty addicted to it. So let me show you this.
All right, I'm going to blow this place up.
Oh.
Whenever I see a gas can, I got to blow it up.
Gotta. You gotta blow up a gas can.
All right, let's see.
So I'm Snake Eyes, and Mary is the Predator
Back in the fire.
or the
I think
Tron
she's
chick.
the Predator in this
Yeah.
one. Or, no, she's Tron chick.
Yeah. So I'm looking
Ooh,
at
slurp mushroom.
I'm looking at the remains of this gas station that I just blew up. Mary's pulling the car
This
around.
Truck right over here. Oh, come on!
Having some problems.
Bitches about traffic.
I flipped.
She
the
was
truck.
moving
this
it away
The
from.
truck
Blowing up
is
that
full
gas
of
pump.
gas.
Yeah, there
in
you
case we
go.
need it.
Good. Then we don't need them gas pumps.
Exactly.
Love it.
See that fucking semi-truck?
Oh, I was looking directly at it.
Oh my god. Shit's tight.
That's some of the fun stuff that we get up to on Fortnite. And then this one was last Tuesday night when we didn't have the Popcast. It was me, Mary, and Mahoney. And this just speaks for itself. I got to play this.
They're gonna be up on the top of that mountain, so I'm gonna get up on this house.
And that's me as Snake Eyes. Since I'm broadcasting, it's always
On
my
the mountain that I
POV.
just marked. That I had marked before? Yes.
They're
Mahoney
over
as
here
Taskmaster.
This is incredible. This is such a good spot. This is a great bit.
Yep, coming
Yeah,
right there.
there are, I think, 2 or 3 teams on the top of this mountain fighting each other.
And they keep just popping their heads out.
Knocked.
Yep.
Mary got
All
him.
of us have long-range
Oh,
sniper
damn.
rifles.
Oh my goodness
Oh,
gracious.
look at that! Just
Somebody else
screaming
coming.
down.
Wonderful.
And since they're up and kind of far away and with their teams, so like when they get knocked, which, you know, you can revive them if they're knocked, but we're not going to just leave you up there knocked. We got to finish you off because somebody might bring you back, so. Just a waterfall of loot pouring down the mountainside as we just wipe them out.
With a looter fall.
Yeah.
Just ruthless.
You give Mary one of those pump action rifles, and it's all done.
The lever action rifle is great.
Where's that?
Oh, they're shooting
And then these guys want to fuck around.
Yep. It's really amazing to me to see, like, we just took out 2 squads right in front of your face, and then they're like, hey, maybe we should open fire. Like, maybe you should fucking run.
But also, the storm was closing, so you gotta do what you gotta
do. It's great. It's great. We do wonderful things on Twitch, and if you enjoy listening to us here, you'll also enjoy when we are tormenting Fortnite players.
And it's cool. If you watch any of our videos on Twitch and something cool happens, there's a little button for you can clip that little moment. Anybody can do it, just as long as you're logged in, I think, and then it'll create a little clip, just like Juggalo John's been doing, just like I've been doing.
That's pretty cool.
It's a real cool function. And, you know, sometimes you don't want to watch 3 hours of me, Mahoney, and Mary playing Fortnite, but sometimes you fucking do.
I don't know why you wouldn't want to watch 3 hours of us playing Fortnite. It's a good time.
It is a good time.
Well, Lee, when I wasn't playing Fortnite, you know what I was doing this week, Lee?
What were you doing this week, Mahoney?
I was watching Tik Toks, Lee.
Motherfucker!
Dry spell is over.
I'm very sad that Kelly's got diarrhea tonight because his girl was on some bullshit this week. But before we get to that, Lee, you've been to Ireland, right?
Yes.
Okay. Did you, when you were in Ireland, ever encounter any sheep?
I do believe I saw some in the distance, yes.
Okay. Were any of those sheep on their back?
I don't believe they were.
Okay, thank God. I want you to pay attention to this for the next time you find yourself in Ireland.
This is your annual reminder that if you're out on a walk and you see a sheep stuck on its back with its legs in the air, please, please go and turn it over. This is a matter of life or death for that sheep. She's what we call cast. It generally happens when they are heavily in lamb or have heavy fleeces and are ready to be sheared. When she's stuck on her back, the gases will build up in her stomach and eventually they will compress her lungs and she will suffocate, so she needs turning back over. Once you've done that, just keep an eye on her to make sure that she doesn't roll back over on her back, and if you can, let the farmer know so that they can go and check on her too. Thank you.
The entire time I'm watching this, I'm just imagining Kelly, who, bless his heart, isn't here tonight. Kelly just going, oh no!
I, for one, feel seen. Because I really identify with this sheep right now. I feel like I've been there.
Yeah.
I would just like to point out how versatile TikTok is. You got dance videos. You got WandaVision reaction videos is a huge category right now. You got comedy videos. You got people who just record themselves silently watching other videos.
People,
and then you got people like this
chick
who are like, hey, little did you know, this sheep's not taking a little snooze. This sheep is slowly suffocating to death.
Oh, that's so sad, man. Nature's fucked.
It really is.
Like,
that's
why?
The takeaway from the last couple of weeks.
Yeah. Why a sheep would be like, man, I got a lot of fleece on me. I should probably just lay down and die.
It's so heavy.
I don't know, man. I've needed a haircut before. I'd be like, oh boy, maybe this would be easier. Just take a siesta.
I suppose that's fair.
Shit's getting lush up here.
I suppose. All right, so population, if any of you are ever out in the wild and you see a sheep on their back, turn them over and then find the fucking farmer somewhere, I guess. How do you do that? That should be part 2 of the TikTok.
What happens if you find the
For
farmer and
barn?
he's laying on his back?
Yeah.
If I'm driving out in the country or even walking and I see an upside down sheep, I'm going to say to myself, yeah, the farmer will get that. He's got this. Or she. Or they.
Yeah. Wild. All right, Lee, do you like the Super Bowl?
No.
Oh.
Did you watch the Super Bowl this year?
No.
Would you describe the Super Bowl as something you're remotely interested in at all?
No.
All right. Well, I think you have a lot in common with Yells.
Super Bowl this. Throwing balls that. I don't care about balls. Unless they're yours, King. You checking on them? Cup them and cough. I'm looking out for you. Take care. Have a good one.
That's good info.
Yeah. Just worried about your balls.
This one rubs me the wrong way for some reason. No pun intended.
I'm worried about that zipper.
What rubs you the wrong way about
I don't know. I just don't like her attitude.
Are you suggesting that perhaps she's not worried about your balls?
I don't think she is. I don't think she gives one shit about my balls.
An insincere concern for your balls' health?
Look at that smile.
Is your name Ken? Didn't she say Ken?
No, she said King.
King. You thought, what, this was like a cameo that she just posted?
No. If it was a cameo, she would have framed her tits out. Let's see if this next one's any better.
Don't worry about the Super Bowl. Just check your balls. Make sure they're good.
I've always heard that, especially, women are supposed to do self-checks, men are supposed to do self-checks. Like, I don't know what I'm looking for, though. But if something's weird, sure.
You'd know it.
But I probably...
I think you're just looking for something you haven't felt before.
I probably wouldn't immediately be like, all right, I need to see a doctor. I'd be like, let me give this a day or two. See if this goes down.
That's why you've got TikToks out there to remind you and let you know the importance. Lee, how you feel about cheese?
I like cheese.
You like cheese, right? Who doesn't like cheese? You ever just sit with a pile of cheese?
Absolutely.
That's softly personal, Mahoney.
All right. Well, you don't have to answer if you're uncomfortable. That's fine.
I don't know about you, but I eat just slices of cheese. Straight from the package.
No.
Nothing on it. I have several here that I'm going to eat right now at 1 in the morning, and I'm lactose intolerant. Thank you.
Oh my God.
You know what else is lactose intolerant? Her back.
When
that's
she
it?
describes,
That's the end of the talk? That's it?
That's the end of the talk. I told you she was on some bullshit this week. When she describes the slices of cheese as nothing on it, what's an example of something you might put on a slice of cheese?
I've used a piece of cheese as do a roll up with some meat in it,
Yep.
Well, yeah, but you're putting the cheese on the meat in that situation. I feel.
Not if the cheese is on the outside.
I don't know.
What about putting a little piece
that.
of like some sauce, like some mustard or?
But are you gonna just put mustard on a piece of cheese?
Well, that's what she's saying. She doesn't do that.
I know, but who does do that? She's like, I'm going to eat this cheese. I didn't rub it in the mud. Okay?
Yes.
I mean, look, you show me a talk of fucking idiots just eating peanut butter off of celery. So the thought of someone putting something on a piece of cheese is not outside of the realm of possibility.
And I mean, putting peanut butter on celery is not all that strange.
I would be shocked if there are people who don't eat single pieces of cheese.
I'll tell you what, those people are having a much sadder life than they need to.
For real, it's a quick little snack. Oh, you got a package of sliced cheese? Grab yourself one, King.
Yeah,
like a slice of cheese, maybe like a cheddar slice, but get the fuck out of here with just raw dog and a American single. That's
I will raw dog an American single. That's much easier to eat on its own than another piece of cheese.
I'm not I'm not a huge fan of the individually wrapped, Kraft singles. But you get me a block of American cheese from the deli.
Well, see, that's not even the same thing. Yeah, because those Kraft American singles are like, pasteurized cheese product. Like, it's not even
but
real
that's
cheese.
what the block is.
Yeah.
They just slice it a little fresher for you.
Please. I would enjoy putting it in my mouth. You know it's good?
But that's the intro.
Some of that BB Swiss.
That's good shit.
I like BB Swiss raw, unfiltered more than I do like on a sandwich.
But I mean, they have like blocks of cheese, like
snacking cheese.
Yeah, so like eating cheese on its own it's nothing special.
It
like,
is.
you ain't the first one to do it, and
is.
you're not weird for doing it.
Right. Clearly nothing special.
I mean, I don't know that I would do it at 1:30 in the morning when I'm lactose intolerant, but
Well, I mean,
live your
really,
life.
aren't we all a little lactose intolerant?
Especially at 1:30 in the morning.
For real.
I don't think we are.
I'm not sure. I don't think so.
I don't think we're supposed to eat processed cheese made from cow's milk. I don't think we were meant to do that.
If we're gonna make a list of the shit that I am not meant to eat, we'll be here all fucking night.
We all react differently. I don't know if there's a person who could be like, yeah, I went to the doctor today, and I'm lactose tolerant. What can I tell you?
He said,
Tito.
"Man, you could tolerate
Tito
the
could.
shit out of that cheese."
Tito, next time you're at the doctor, I want you to ask him if you're lactose tolerant, or her, or they, whatever. I don't need to gender your doctor. All right, Lee, you like bananas?
Are you banana tolerant?
So we're just like going all in on Homegirl this week. Okay.
I thought I told you she was on some bullshit.
Was the last one her too?
Yes.
Yeah.
3 in a row. Well, the sheep one wasn't her.
Yeah, but I thought
Yeah, she did not find that sheep in the field.
The
all right.
the one where she told you to rub your balls, the piece of cheese, and this one were all her. Yells 0.
Okay. Yeah.
What is Yells
I didn't think
short
it was
for?
Yell 0 on the second one.
What is Yells short for, Mahoney?
No, I have no idea.
Rebel Yells? I don't
Her name
fucking
is like
know.
Annie. I don't know what the fuck Yells stands for. Who knows?
Because every time they see them, they'd be like, "Yo!"
Maybe her name's Yells because of those lungs she's got.
Maybe. Could be.
I think she's got multiple accounts, so maybe that's what's confusing.
Okay. All right. What's this
What do
fucking
you think
skull?
about that banana before it even plays, Lee? You notice
I don't
anything weird about it?
Oh man.
Green
You
is
know.
Let's see where this goes.
I don't know why you guys are so mad about me eating green bananas. I like them. They're firm. They're crisp. They got a good crunch to it. Does that make you mad? Yeah.
Was too green.
The fuck?
I think she made herself mad.
Fuck.
Yeah, I'm sorry. When you it should never make a noise when you bite into a banana.
No, that's
That sounded like she was
I
eating a
even
pickle.
fucking encountered a banana that made a crunch sound
Not
when I bit into it.
one time my whole fucking life. Jesus.
It reminds me of the trailer for K-Pax when Kevin Spacey ate the banana peel and all.
What the fuck?
The
was
face
horrible.
she made. She's
That's-
trying to just stay in character.
Yeah, she got too
That's
deep.
a bad video.
Phenomenal.
Oh, I didn't have the "it's a bad video" sounder ready. Oh,
I
God.
love it. I love it.
That's a bad video.
I don't accept that. This is a wonderful video.
The thing that pisses me off most about this video. Let's put her on mute and just observe what's going on. She's talking about green bananas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Look, this is free. This is a free website. Look at this going on here. Mahoney paid good money for a cameo to wish Kelly well after his cat passed away. Lil Petey, and didn't even get a tenth of the jiggle that an underripe banana got. Offensive. We get it. We get this is the gimmick. But come on.
I don't know, man. I'm still kind of with her on that one because that's a real weird request.
No.
I wouldn't have known how to handle that one either.
No. You got the gimmick. You know what brought you to the game. Come
If anything, what's the point of Cameo if not to just push the boundaries of, all right, let's see this gimmick applied to wishing you condolences on your recent
If
death
anything,
of
she
cat.
should have been knocking herself out. They were jiggling so hard to make him feel better.
All right.
It's
Lee,
like
you remember the people who put shoes on their fingers?
Is this her too?
Yeah, probably.
What the fuck? Oh, yeah, I remember these assholes.
You loved these. Look at him. Toothpaste. That's not what you do with toothpaste. This is
honeycomb.
a piece of a honeycomb? What the fuck? Ridiculous. Look, that's a mess. What is this? It's like a piece of meth.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's like some Breaking Bad meth.
God damn it.
Blue rock
The
candy.
one
I
where he
love.
fell,
I think that's
that was
cool.
pretty good. 'Cause that looked like a real fall.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those ones are great.
All right. Okay. Okay.
All right. Lee liked that one. Put that in the notes.
I think I'm gonna love this one.
All right.
I feel like this is gonna be a winner.
Lee, we all know you like the saxophone.
I do, in fact, like the saxophone.
Mahoney
Do you
gifted
like
me.
the wilderness?
Mahoney gifted me with the saxophone on Fortnite, so we've been able to saxophone fools after we murder them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The sweet sound of victory.
So he
Did
likes.
you say you don't like the forest?
I don't like the forest, but I do like a Sasquatch.
Is that why they made you move out of Tennessee for all those years?
Don't like the forest, but love watching you leave.
All right. Well, you're gonna like this either way.
Okay. All right.
At real sex
Can't see,
squatch.
but I'm playing along with this. I will never forget how to play this song. I played it
Oh, shit, you
700
can
times
play
in high
that?
school.
That's great.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm thinking here? I'm pretty sure this is you, Lee.
I can literally write that out for you. Like I could write the sheet music for that. I play that was we played that in my freshman year. I must have played it 7,000 times. I'll
What-
never forget it.
What's the name of that song?
Fuck, it's called
Doop boop boop.
Old timey
So What?
Hollywood.
shit. It's not So What. It's a Chuck Mangione. It was all Chuck Mangione music that year. It's all we did that year.
Good old Chuck.
Good
Chuck
old
Mangione.
Chucky Man.
Well, that was number one. That was the last talk.
Yeah, those were some good talks, right?
It's all right.
It was good to have them back.
Yeah.
Lee, I have another talk for you.
Bonus talk.
Bonus talks. Who doesn't like a bonus talk? All right, look at this one. I had the
what the
6 talks.
fuck am I looking
Everything
at
was
here?
locked and loaded. Everything was good. And then I watched this one, and I was like, we gotta watch this. Let's look at this person. Look at him. Down. Just eating ass, falling down the stairs.
Dropping
feel
their
that
phone. Obviously,
Dropped
it's
their
an
phone.
icy step that they fell on.
Walking like a baby giraffe on new legs.
Yeah, probably busted
have-
their ass.
I have legit done that. That is horrible. I feel that one.
Terrible. It's absolutely terrible. That's Tito.
Yeah.
Not even a joke. That's really Tito.
Mahoney got video of Tito's security camera and then put TikTok audio to it. Let's see
I
what's
can't
good.
take credit for the audio. I got it in its final form. So, much like Ted Cruz's wife getting ratted out by her group chat. When Tito falls down his stairs, TikToks are made.
Oh my god. Fucking preposterous. So, my lovely wife, mother of my children, has gotten into the talk lately.
Oh!
She started sending me TikTok links, and I saw the URL come up in my preview, and I honestly assumed it was you, Mahoney. And I'm like, wait, no, this is not my good buddy Mahoney. This is my lovely lady wife. What the fuck's going on here? And Nicole has fallen hard into the The dog talks.
Dog talks.
I can
not just
safely say I've never seen a dog talk. That's for sure.
But like they're talking talks, talking dog talks.
Oh,
So,
like the little dachshund with the baby voice.
it's not a baby. They do the robot voice, like the Google text to speech, whatever, and it's the dog saying shit like, look at this piece of shit right here. I came inside and this other fucking dog was on my couch. Blah blah blah.
Oh, yeah.
And it cracks her up so hard. It cracked her up so hard.
Hold on. No, that's too long.
So that's all I'm saying. I'll share one with you now. That way we can kind of give the people a taste of what we're looking at here. That way we can show, because I don't know, maybe my words are not quite giving the art its due. I don't know.
Is it like this one here?
Where we're going?
We're going on a family day to get me mac and cheese at the Minecraft.
What else are we gonna do?
Get me mac and cheese.
And then?
And then you will get food.
Yep.
And I get mac and cheese.
Adorable. No, Facebook. No, don't get us demonetized with clips from fucking WandaVision. Come on now. All right, let's see what Lee's got.
Yeah, this is what she's sending me. I'm like, what is happening? She's like, yeah, one of my friends. She's like, yeah, Tab ruined my life with these fucking talks.
This is some bullshit. Look at what's happening in my damn house. Mom always bitches about me being on the couch and how I'm too big, but I get home from my walk and look what I fucking find. This moron on the couch all comfortable and shit. The disrespect is real. Doesn't mom know I am famous on TikTok now and she should just buy me my own damn couch? This is some bullshit. Look at what's happening in my damn house. Please. Mom always bitches about me being...
All these bitches.
Lee, that's a bad video right there.
You telling me?
Lee, I've seen a lot of TikToks. That's the worst one I've ever watched.
Yeah. That's what we're doing now. That's what we're doing now.
Oof. I was going to say tell her to friend me on TikTok so we could send each other videos, but you know what? Don't.
No. Lee, do. This is your chance.
This is instant karma.
This is your chance to get him back and have her ask him every time she sends him a dog talk if it's a real dog or not.
Yeah, is this a real dog or not? Hey, is this dog really talking? Oh my god.
Yeah, that was a very loud talk. Sorry
Harrison
to people
Ford's
listening
TikTok.
live and on the download.
Yeah, this is nuts. All right.
Remember when Tito fell down those stairs?
I do. Is he okay?
I don't know. I mean, probably. Tito's built like a steel frame. Like,
fucking follow Tito on Instagram, you guys, at Wrath99. Or no, actually, he's something else on
I think
Instagram.
it's 618, maybe.
Yeah, Wrath618. Boy's getting
fucking
yoked.
Thirst trapping.
Let me see that dick.
The only weird part about his thirst traps is when his mom comments on him.
So, ooh wee.
Oh, 718. 718.
718.
What we got for a classic this week, Nice?
All right, well, since we did miss the show last week because of inclement weather, I knew there had to be a case where we've dealt with bad weather before on the Popcast. So I just went to the old PCN site and I typed in weather, and I got this episode from January 27th, 2016, Popcast episode 325. One of the many times the Popcast has been affected by inclement weather. So enjoy this.
All right, love you, bye.
Enjoy the refreshing taste of an ice-cold Popcast classic.
As you may or may not be aware, we got some weather over the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we did. Just fucking straight beautiful skies, bright sun, fucking just, not cloudy days.
It was actually...
I'm talking about borderline beach
It was actually pretty cold here the past week.
Today was nice though.
Yeah, today was definitely warming up.
No, we had 2 cold days and one. No, we had like 2 freezing nights, 2 cold days, and
It got goddamn frigid here, and we got us some snow. Like not as bad as some places. Like of course the East Coast got just fucking murdered, and even like the Atlanta area, oddly enough, got like 2.5 feet of snow. It was absolutely ridiculous. But we didn't get nothing here. It was a few inches. It was not nothing, but a couple inches is enough to just.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, it's fucking crazy. Like,
if you know how to work them inches, you can shut down an entire night.
I mean, it's not going to hit the bottom, but
you'll shut it down.
There you go. I mean, most of the people at the office were either left early or didn't bother coming in Friday because, the threat was there of it being bad. and truth be told, by the end of the day, Friday, it was, it was shitty. So, their paranoia, was warranted on some level. But as a result of that, I got word Friday that my jiu-jitsu tournament was postponed. I'd been training like a goddamn monster all week long. It was definitely in what you would call fighting shape. So that sucked pretty bad. They're going to do it this week instead. So I feel pretty good about it. I'm coming home with some fucking metal. Like I can feel it in my bones. It's happening.
You better.
I can feel it.
Don't you come back to this popcast empty-handed.
No, I will come back a goddamn winner. The medals are cool, but I want
a goddamn belt, motherfucker.
I want one of them belts. I got
a belt's
a
great.
flyer today, or a postcard from Naga about the tournament they have coming up in April, and they do the belts. I want one of them fucking belts, you guys. I'm coming for that belt.
It's so sweet.
It's pretty fucking cool. I know you know better than most, I would say.
I know.
But the
that's
joys.
That's still yet to be proven.
I've seen.
We haven't even hit the
belt.
Super Bowl yet. So how do we have a champ and we haven't even hit the Super Bowl yet?
Does fantasy football have a slaughter rule? Is that what happened?
I don't know what's going on, but I need to talk to the commissioner about this shit.
But
motherfucker, I got that commissioner so deep in my pocket, you don't even know.
Oh, so the collusion comes out now, huh?
No, we're not colluding.
Fucking,
he's just tiny, and I need to carry him around in a pocket.
And you guys have the commissioner in your pocket? Huh.
Yeah, not collude. It's just a matter of convenience.
Yeah. Don't say we have the commissioner in our pocket, or else Mary would have kept that belt.
No, because in the house is just as good. You guys are sharing. You're taking turns.
I imagine Mary would disagree.
Yeah, I'm sure with the way I've been acting since I've become champion, the Reign of Terror and all that, she would have preferred to keep the belt.
The Reign of Terror and all that.
She came home Friday night, and we're getting ready to go out, and she sees the belt sitting on the couch, and she's like, "What is that doing there?" Because just before she got home from work, I had been doing a photo shoot with me and the belt.
Polish it up nice and shiny?
Yeah.
You need to just be waiting in the bed naked with the belt around you.
Oh, that's going to happen. That's going to happen. I keep telling her I need to get like a velvet bag for it so I can bring it with me to places, but, keep it, under wraps. So I don't.
Well, if that thing comes missing, don't come looking at me.
Nothing quenches your thirst quite like a Popcast classic. Oh man,
that was real sneaky. Throwing some fantasy football in there.
Hey man, like it just rolled. I was like, I could make this about 5 minutes long if I throw some fantasy football in there.
I appreciate it. I need to go get a little snack and a drink, so thank you.
Got me some white American singles and a piece of baby Swiss.
Oh shit! What you putting on it? Or are you eating them plain?
Hey, just raw dog.
Ooh.
I had a handful of cold curly fries.
Nice. I can get down with that.
Yeah. All right, so time for top 6, baby.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
6.
Top 6.
6! I still like 6.
This week, which should have been last week, which would have been in honor of Valentine's Day, now is in honor of us not sharing this week's plan in time.
Yeah.
It's going to be top 6 couples. Now, we generally don't really do a whole lot of rules involving our top 6s, but we had a couple of pretty hard rules. What were those rules, Nice?
They got to be romantically linked. It can't just be like two bros, friends like Batman and Robin, even though, there's been rumors. And then the other rule is, the other rule is you can't pick yourself and your significant other because that's fucking cheating.
Yeah, don't want to hear about you and your wife. Don't want to hear about your fucking parents.
We get it.
Oh, look at me.
Your wife. We don't care about your wife.
Whose parents are the top 6 couple? Please.
Yeah, there's probably some piece of shit out there that's like, oh, yeah, my parents have been married for 40 years and they're hopelessly in love with each other.
Yeah, my parents hate each other.
FYI.
Like,
we don't want to hear about that shit.
My kids will be able to say that.
Yeah, me too. I think it's going to be good. Like, but we've talked, I think maybe even on the show, about how I worry that I'm not traumatizing my children enough. So we'll see what happens to them. So, we'll see what happens if they grow up with a stable, loving, nurturing environment. We'll see what happens to them. They'll be my control group.
J-Pop in the chat.
What happens the other way?
This isn't a super chat, but since he did hit us up with a super chat earlier, he says, you had a couple of rules. Ha ha ha. Get it?
Ha ha.
We're doing top 6
Slaps
couples.
me.
I'm glad he didn't pay $2 for that. That was a 20
think he owes us
cent
$2 more.
joke right
Yeah. Fucking great. All right, so kicking this thing off. This
Start
is
us
actually kind
off.
of tough, believe it or not. There's a lot of choices, a lot of options.
A lot of
found myself kind of,
especially in like pop culture, there's a lot of dysfunctional couples that are highly regarded. So
yeah, exactly. They need not be perfect necessarily. And I'm gonna tell you right now, there's not a single fucking real person on this list for me. So they're all fake, make pretend people. Starting off with Veronica and Kevin from Shameless. I know Jose watches Shameless.
Fuck yeah.
Veronica and Kevin are the next door neighbors to the main folks, and they go through probably as significant of an arc as anybody else in the show, and they will do literally anything for each other, no matter how fucking insane it happens to be. Kind of some point during the show, they're trying to have kids, and they can't have kids, and the most logical conclusion they can come up with is that Kevin should probably, he's got to try to impregnate Veronica's mom so they can have kids, and they end up having triplets with the fucking grandma. It was a whole weird thing. Whole goddamn thing. Because that's a level of dedication I think most people don't probably even ever dream to aspire to, because it's fucking horrendous. Like so many things on that show. So big ups to V and Kevin. Completely opposite end of things for being a completely functional couple will be Phil and Claire Dunphy, who we talked about on the sitcoms episode, because that's one of those rare TV couples where it's like, oh yeah, I kind of see my own relationship in this, because boy howdy, my wife is almost, or rather Claire is almost as good a sport as my wife. She puts up with some fucking shit. The whole damn weight of the world on her shoulders. By the way, the Modern Family gimmick is on Peacock now, so check that shit out if you haven't. It's very good.
She's such a fox too.
Oh, she's total fox.
Since the Happy Gilmore days.
Yeah, she's fucking. And then I think I first saw Ty Burrell as like the piece of shit from the Dawn of the Dead movie.
Hell yeah.
He was a real scumbag in that flick. Very good. And he's a fucking, D-list MCU guy too. He was Laird Sampson in the Hulk movie.
Yeah, Doc Samson.
Want to talk to Samson?
Oh yeah, and it wasn't even the MCU. It was the MCU.
Yeah. He was with the Ed Norton movement. Yeah.
Yep.
He's just waiting for his Disney Plus phone call. just waiting for it.
Oh. Who knows? Maybe he'll turn up in She-Hulk.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. At this point, he may very well show up in She-Hulk. I mean, fucking all bets are off, man. Which I'm sure we'll talk about a little bit later. Next up, I know I've talked about this before, but we're doing Lisa and Allie from Sunstone, the Stefan Sejic's online comic. Very fucking good. Beautifully rendered. There's a couple of fucking dummies who found each other and made shit work. And they're on volume 7 right now. And he said on Twitter that he's finally going to show the wedding in volume 20, the fucking last volume of the series. I'm like, God damn, dude. Let you roll. So, hanging on for that one. And next, everyone's favorite pseudo-gay robots, Rewind and Chrome Dome from More Than Meets the Eye, which I still miss so much. Chrome Dome had to watch Rewind die, murdered at the hands of an insane warlord robot, but then found him again because of some insane like time travel paradox sci-fi bullshit, and was able to, get back what was taken from him. But it wasn't there's this whole thing of like he's not, his Rewind, but he's still the same. It was very complicated and very lovely, but they made it work out, and it's very beautiful. Love that fucking story. And speaking of loving that fucking story and missing it greatly, Marco and Elena from Saga, which, boy, it would be nice if that were to ever come back again, but I'm not feeling good about it.
The two of them came up as I was thinking about it, but I'm like, I'm not as into Saga as like you would be, Lee, so I didn't necessarily want to include that. But I do remember, reading that and thinking, oh man, couple goals. Fucking
yeah, they're great. Yeah, I mean, they're fucking wonderful. And just the whole, it's a big, dumb, crazy space sci-fi story, but at the end of the day, it's just about their weird little family. And I can kind of appreciate that. And also, shout out to Prince Robot. And then number one with a bullet, or maybe many bullets, it's going to be Jesse Custer and Tulip O'Hare from Pre.
Are you specifying the book or the show?
I'd say either one at this point.
Nice.
Probably more so the book, but either one. They're different, but both probably equally as powerful in their own special ways.
Yeah, they're much more adversarial in the show.
Yeah.
It seems.
Yeah, a little more. If anything, maybe Tulip's got a little bit more of an edge to her in the show. Not that she's not edgy in the comics, but she's a little fucking raw. A lot of that might be just, Ruth Nega being fucking awesome. And just kind of having that edge anyway. I think it'd be kind of hard not to. But, Jesse and Tulip found God, lost God, found him again, got God killed, lost an eye, got it back. Jesse fucking fell out of a plane. He was okay. It's a horrible fucking up and down story. But at the end of the day, man, fucking Jesse will love that girl until the end of the world. And I love that fucking story so much. It's wonderful. Great stuff. Love it.
Yeah, I should have seen that one coming a mile away. But we haven't talked Preacher in a while, so it wasn't at the top of my mind.
Oh, that was number one draft pick. For sure. Fucking great. All right, so what we got on the Discord, Nice? Kick us off.
Shark loves to get his picks in early. And he was also like, well, I don't want to forget my picks, so I'm posting them now. And it's like, dude, write them down. Honorable mentions to Romeo and Juliet, Barack and Michelle, Lucy and Desi before he ran around on her. Besides Romeo and Juliet, these were real and are couple goals: to be smart and powerful and talented, and to be present so well publicly as a couple. Awesome. I kept mine solely fictional. It's also less a top 6 and just 2 from TV, movies, and comics. Yet there are 6 here. So I don't think he went back and edited that after he finished his list.
Romeo and Juliet is a weird one because, like, they're 13.
Yeah.
And
their relationship lasts like a week.
And they're just emotionally stunted and, like, do that dumb shit where, like, I'm so in love. Like, Bitch, you don't even know
never,
him.
They were never even Facebook official.
Yeah, if you like Romeo and Juliet, let me tell you, you'd like TikTok because they all fall in love and then they don't.
It's kind of weird that Romeo and Juliet has become the shorthand for like a whirlwind romance. Like, oh, they're so in love, just like Romeo and Juliet.
You mean double suicide?
Yeah. Those people who never really went on an official date and then murdered each other.
Yeah.
All right, so his list proper. Number 6, Homer and Marge. Their relationship is the best on TV. They unconditionally love each other and somehow support each other in almost every way. Also, somehow they become a model for marriages.
Yeah. I was kind of thinking the same thing reading this. I was like, I mean, Marge definitely seems to unconditionally love Homer, and I guess Homer loves Marge, but like, does Homer really support Marge all that much? Like, I don't know.
It's an abusive relationship.
I don't want to be Homer. I don't want somebody to be like, oh, you guys are just like Homer and Marge. Be like, okay, ouch.
Number 5, going back to Lee talking about Modern Family, Shark puts Cam and Mitch from Modern Family. They complement each other so well. Individually, they're not great and flounder, but together, they're a power couple.
Some of the best shit in that show is Mitch trying to be the straight man to Cam's insane, like, Oklahoma upbringing and his clown bullshit. It's very, very good. It's very sweet.
Number 4, the Pars from The Incredibles. A duo of superheroes that marry and have superhero kids. What could be better? Even when Bob has his midlife crisis and goes off to reclaim his former glory, Helen comes in and saves him. He then begrudgingly becomes a stay-at-home dad while she pursues her career. And she got that dump truck ass.
I'll accept that. That's a good one.
Number 3, Morticia and Gomez. They just madly lust
fucked up and forgot that one.
And love each other. No matter what, they have each other's backs and have a weirdly normal family union. Yeah, I mean, their family's strong. Like, it's not the typical family, but they're good. Don't fuck with us. This one is very strange to me. Number 2. His number 2 is Storm and Wolverine. I always loved when these two flirt or date. They seem to bring out the best in each other and really get the other.
I honestly didn't even know that was a thing.
I did not
No
realize
idea at
that
all.
either.
Hey, Wolverine hit it all.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. but that one definitely doesn't register for me.
It wouldn't have been my first pick for either of them.
Right. Yeah.
Wolverine is either like Silver Fox or Jean. And then Storm would be like, I mean, she married T'Challa. I don't know, man.
And Wolverine was not happy about it.
And this one, he doesn't describe who these characters are, so it took me a second, and especially after the top 6 sitcoms list, I thought that he was talking about some old sitcom couple. But his number 1 is Dick and Barbara. They always seem to just fit. Maybe it's because they're the kids of psychopathic crime fighters, and then I was like, okay, there, I get it now. There it is. Dick Grayson and Barbara Gordon, a.k.a. Nightwing and Batgirl.
Solid. Not bad. Solid list. Aside from maybe Homer and Marge. That's a really weird one.
And I mean, Storm and Wolverine at number 2. Like, show me a comic page where they went on a date together, and I'll reconsider.
Not saying it didn't happen. I just don't know what it is.
Yeah, just like...
I bet 3D Lucas has got some real sexy Storm Wolverine content.
Fucking know it, son. Like, you fucking know it. All right. Next up, we got Vetter, who throws a shout out to Princess Zelda and Link, Morticia and Gomez. Who, man, that's an obvious one.
Yeah, that's a real good one. That should have been the thumbnail.
Yeah, that's a good one. Homer and Marge, and here's an X-Men one that makes sense. Gambit and Rogue.
Yeah.
There we go. That's a good one. All right, next up, number 6, Calvin and Susie. While not an actual couple, given that they are only 7 years old, their relationship and secret crush on each other has been well defined in the world of Calvin and Hobbes. The teasing, nagging, grossing out, and snowballs to the face are all signs of a child couple meant to be.
Calvin and Hobbes is one of those things where either like you get it or you don't. And I don't get it.
Yeah, no.
Oh, really? I love Calvin and Hobbes.
Why is he always peeing on stuff in the back windows of people's trucks?
Calvin and Hobbes. That's him being.
He doesn't like
repurposed.
Fords. He doesn't like professional teams. He doesn't like college teams.
Naughty.
God damn it, Vetter. Number 5 is Tommy and Gina. Tommy worked on the docks. Gina dreamed of running away. Doesn't make a difference if they make it or not. You've got each other, and that's a lot for love. They're living on a prayer.
Oh my god.
Yikes.
All right. Episode over. Vetter, you owe us a super chat after that. Wherever you are, send us $3 in an envelope.
Number 4, Wesley and Princess Buttercup. A relationship built on undying true love. They braid pirates, thieves, the fire swamps, ROUSs, a tyrant, and death to be each other, as you wish.
Hey,
that's a pretty good one.
Not the first slave owner to bang their slave.
Number 3, Zach Morris and Kelly Kapowski. Their on-again, off-again romance and relationship carried Saved by the Bell for many a year.
Kelly could
Number
do better.
2, oh yeah. Here's a kind of a wild one. Number 2, Al and Peg Bundy. On the surface, they look dysfunctional, remorseful, and hateful. Yet all through the years, they remained loyal to each other and found joy in each other's suffering.
I know we
You
talked.
know what? That's a pretty good one, actually.
I know we talked about it on the top 6 sitcoms, but I never got the running gag of Al hates his wife or she's this monster. Because, man, Peggy can get it.
Nah, Peggy could get it every single episode. Peggy could get it.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, they bitched, but they bitched about each other all the time, but kind of well and truly always did kind of have each other's backs in a way that, Homer never did for Marge.
Yeah.
And number 1, Macho Man Randy Savage and Liz. This was the first couple I thought of when I learned of the topic. The most iconic couple in all of wrestling and provided years of stories and some of the biggest moments in WWF history. Their reunion at WrestleMania 7 had the crowd in tears. Well, until we got a divorce.
Oh, Macho Man Randy sadness.
Real lovely lady, yeah.
Oh, I completely forgot about
I was
that.
hoping you'd forget about this topic. Didn't want you to bring it back up. Thanks for twisting the knife in the heart. Much appreciated.
Just in his full-on crazy-ass gimmick in front of Regis and Philbin. We get a divorce. That's so fucking great.
You think he's screaming at Liz up in heaven?
He's nothing but he's wandering looking for.
All right, well, what you got, Knives?
All right. What do I got? No shout outs, but my number 6 is a 3-way. So more like an orgy. It's more like a 6-way. It's 3 murderous on the lam couples. So I got my one real couple on my entire list, Bonnie and Clyde. I remember early on in our relationship, me and Mary would joke, "Hey, you and I would just we'll just Bonnie and Clyde this shit, go out in a blaze of glory." I also included Mickey and Mallory Knox from Natural Born Killers in this.
I love that movie.
And then Joker and Harley. I love the Joker. She loves Harley Quinn. Sure, it's not a good relationship. He's very abusive. She's better off with Poison Ivy, but very iconic. The two of them, Joker and Harley.
I'll allow that.
Number 5, we've already mentioned this. The Sam and Diane of the X-Men. Will they, won't they? Rogue and Gambit. Like, of all the comic book couples, they're the ones I want to see have sex the most. Like, come on. They're just two hot people. Let's see you have sex, please. My number 4, I've recently became a fan of this show. Bob and Linda Belcher from Bob's Burgers.
That's a good one. Yeah.
You want to talk supportive? They both support each other. They both support their kids. Like, one of my favorite things is when Linda's getting into some sort of scheme and she's explaining it to Bob, and Bob's like, and then she goes, "I love you, thank you." It's like, that's some shit that my wife would pull. you just punctuate it with "I love you," and it's like, all right, well, she's got "I love you" immunity. So there we go. My number 3 is a twofer. Well, I can't even say animated, but two very mismatched couples from my childhood: Kermit the Frog and Miss Piggy, and Roger and Jessica Rabbit. Talk about wanting to see a couple fuck. Let's see the 4 of them go at it. Go ahead.
Roger and Jessica, I get.
Yeah.
Like, they both do something for each other. That makes sense. But, like, Piggy's such a pain in the ass.
She is such a bitch. But, like, I think Kermit likes that. Like, he likes that she's kind of a fucking bitch.
Step on my balls.
He kind of has to, right? Like, he kind of has to at this point.
And it's kind of the same thing with Roger and Jessica, where he likes that other men want her. He likes the jealousy of it, and she likes when he gets jealous. It's all fucked up, but whatever. At the end of the day, they're all coming home to each other.
You're right. Roger is a total cuck.
One of my favorite all-time jokes is, "What's green and slimy and smells like ham?" Kermit's finger.
Hey-o.
My number 2, for those that listen to the show and know anything about me, would expect something from The Office on my list. However, I'm not going to go with the easy Jim and Pam. That is the love story of The Office. But I'm going to go with Michael Scott and Holly Flax, because I see me and my wife more in Michael and Holly than I do in Jim and Pam. Like, I see aspects of our personalities in Jim and Pam every so often, but we are the couple of dorks that Michael and Holly are. And I think they were always, like, from the moment they met, they were always in love. It's just that shit kept getting in the way, and then they eventually found each other. It's one of my favorite plots on The Office, and obviously my favorite love story. And then my number 1, I'm going to shout out Lando Calrissian and L3 from Solo.
Fuck yeah.
Because that shit is kinky, and they definitely have a very interesting relationship. But my number 1's got to be Han Solo and Princess Leia. They don't end up sticking together. It's real combative, Sam and Diane, Rogue and Gambit. Don't touch me, you scruffy-looking nerf herder. But come on. Come on. I love you. I know.
I'm sorry our son murdered all those people.
But even though he murdered all those people, pretty dope. Pretty dope son.
It's all right. The kid's all right. I get it. He's just, we all have a phase.
Yeah. He redeemed himself,
I guess. All right, who's next in Discord, Melanie?
All right. Next up in Discord. Let me get back to that tab.
Tab it up.
So many tabs.
We've got Juggalo John, top 6 couples. Number 6, Marge and Homer. Number 5, Joanna Angel and Small Hands.
Good old Small Hands.
Porn stars and whiskey entrepreneurs.
Porn stars and whiskey entrepreneurs.
Yep.
Everybody needs a side hustle now. So what do you want?
Small Hands, the whiskey entrepreneur.
I had no idea when we did Wrestler or Porn Star and talked about Small Hands that he was in a relationship with Joanna Angel.
I knew that, but I didn't know that they were whiskey people.
Tell you what, neither did I. I had no idea that I had heard the name Small Hands before.
Sure have.
It's amazing how little you retain sometimes.
Yeah.
It's kind of shocking.
I don't disagree. Then he's got Lewis and Clark, the famous explorers. That's actually Clark and Lois. And then Monarch, a.k.a. Malcolm, and Dr. Mrs. the Monarch, a.k.a. Sheila from the Venture Brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one.
Love Dr. Mrs. the Monarch.
Yep.
Again, she is too good for the Monarch. But
who isn't? Ned and Chuck from Pushing Daisies.
Have no frame of reference.
And no idea what that means. And then Gomez and Morticia Adams.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
I would also watch them have sex. I would watch most of these couples have sex.
I mean, I think we've established, like, we're going to watch. Like, might not be, like, looking forward to it.
Right.
But, you know.
I might not pull it out while I watch, but, like, I'm interested.
Then why watch?
I'm interested to see the chemistry, like, the technique.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you come to me with, hey, do you want to watch, blank have sex? And be like, yeah,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah.
Let's see what's up.
Yeah, the answer's going to be yes almost every time.
Just as long as they are okay with us seeing it.
Well, right.
Oh,
right,
for sure.
right,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds real convincing, Jose. Oh, God.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Fucking ridiculous.
There hasn't been
What you got, Jose?
there hasn't been like a big leak in a while.
I went big. I went fictional too. So shout out to all the Bachelor seasons. Because you're all full of shit.
Kudos. Have you been forced to watch The Bachelor recently?
No.
Okay.
I just thought it was a funny joke.
It is a funny joke.
Shout out
I was
to
reading about some shit because I think the host or something got in trouble for something he said.
Yeah,
at some point, I don't know.
Something about the
But they were-
Jews. Like, if you're in entertainment, like, you keep the Jews out of your mouth.
I don't
Not
think
really.
he said anything about the Jews.
I think he
They're
did.
going
Oh
after,
no, it was about slavery, wasn't it? It was
some shit.
Some
They were
bachelor chick got in trouble for photos of her at like some like slavery themed party, and he was like, "Yeah, no, it's fine."
Whatever. But I was reading that article and they were talking about how like the dude on there, this is season 25 by the way, it's the first black guy to be the Bachelor, and I'm like, are you shitting me? Like, that's fucking insane. It took 25 seasons.
All right,
Jesus.
Unrelated, but somewhat related. Have you guys noticed? And I'm super open-minded. I fucking love all people, all colors, all orientations, whatever. But have you noticed an influx of commercials with white dad, black mom?
Oh, I haven't seen a commercial in
Yeah,
years.
when have I watched a commercial?
But it's like you don't see a whole lot of black dad, white mom commercials, which I think...
Oh, because that scares the white.
Exactly. I think black man, white mom is more common in society, but white dad, black mom is easier for the fucking...
Middle America.
Yeah, the blue hairs to stomach.
Yeah, because that reminds them of their great grandparents.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Touche.
I'm just saying. We know who's been fucking this place up.
I'm not saying.
While we are talking about The Bachelor, there was a TikTok the other day talking about ways you could better diversify shows like The Bachelor. And one suggestion they had is you take 25 women who are all interested in dating another woman. You put them all in a house together. You do not identify which one of them is the Bachelorette.
Yeah.
And so each week, someone or more than one or whatever goes home, but you don't know who's sending you home. Like, you're just trying to vibe.
Yeah, you gotta make out with everybody.
Just vibing.
Fox did a reality show, that kind of the big reality show boom in the early 2000s, and it was called Playing It Straight. And so it's about a woman. She was like the main whatever, and they were on some farm, and like there were 12 dudes, and 6 of the guys are gay, and 6 of the guys are straight, but they're all vying for this lady's affection. And if at the end of the show, she picks the straight guy, then like she wins. But if she picks the gay guy, the gay dude get like $50,000 or some shit. And I'm like, this is horrible. Horrible. And so like every episode was like all the dudes running around going, "Hey, I think that guy's gay." God. A bunch of dudes trying to out each other in a fucking barn. It was crazy.
That guy got hard when I tried to suck on his penis.
It was so fucking wild. Real show really happened. Fucking nuts.
What a world.
2 more shout outs. Martin and Gina, Gwen Stacy and the Ground.
Oh God.
Oh.
They met and never left each other's side.
Jesus Christ.
Wow. Martin.
You're so crazy.
Damn, Gina.
So on to the list proper. Some of these have already been mentioned, but I'm gonna go ahead and keep them on my list because I fucking wrote them down. Trish and Morticia and Gomez, because they're the shit.
You call her Trish?
You know.
It's your nickname for her?
Yeah.
Trish and go.
We're gonna go Dan and Roseanne.
That's a good one.
Love
the
show. I mean, they were high. They were my number 1 show when we did the top 6 TV shows.
Yeah.
Yep.
And fucking put the Bundys on there. Because again, another one that made it on my list that I just grew up with that couple. And even though they despised each other out loud, they fucking honestly loved each other and probably couldn't live without each other.
It's not the exact relationship, but you and your lady have very Bundy vibes, Jose.
I'm down.
Just straight, just talking shit.
I like to think that somewhere out there in a fake TV world, I bet Peg and Al are still together.
Yeah. No, of course they are.
I bet Al's dead.
Nah, he's fine.
Al
still
divorced.
selling shoes.
Al divorced.
He's not
her.
that lucky. He's going to be the last one to die.
Al divorced Peg and married Sofia Vergara.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yikes.
I'm going to go Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Love that movie. And
That is
they
a fun
rekindled their love after finding out that they had so much in common that they didn't know about. It's a great story about open communication.
And they literally, the actors literally fell in love on that movie.
Mm-hmm. Even though it ruined some marriages, but you know.
Jennifer
Who
Aniston,
am I to tame love?
Jennifer Aniston still alone.
Oh, man.
Yeesh.
And then I guess number 1, Bert and Ernie.
Oh.
There was a great tweet that came out this week because the Muppet Show is on Disney Plus now, and the tweet was basically, why does everybody pair Bert and Ernie together as a couple? If any Muppets are gay, it's Statler and Waldorf, 2 old queens throwing shade from box seats.
That is as real as it gets.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's fantastic. Love that.
But that's my list.
Nice.
I'm fucking sticking to it.
I would watch Bert and Ernie fuck.
Yeah,
we've
as
established.
We have established. I don't care who it is. If you're like, want to watch this person and that person fuck, sure.
I'll watch anything once.
Yeah. Have they asked me not to? Then yeah, let's do it.
Please, can you ask Mahoney not to?
What's
Listen,
next in Discord?
population? Any of you have a sex tape out there? I'll watch it. Send me a link.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you what I think.
Yeah, it's the least we can do. We'll be objectively honest.
Now
Send it in the
listen,
super chat.
listen. I have been called brutally honest, so maybe think about this.
Yeah. Don't send it if you don't really want to know.
Yeah. And also,
one time I roasted a person and they never spoke to me again. So,
also, Mahoney will rate your dick. So send him a picture and he will rate it.
I don't necessarily want to rate your dick.
Do you know that
Not
that's a thing?
necessarily, but he's not saying he won't.
That's
I'm not saying I won't, but I really feel like Juan's just whipping it out right now. And put it away, Juan.
Speaking of, Juan's on the Discord. Why don't you read his list, Mahoney?
Oh, perfect. It says, 1 blocked message. I agreed to unblock Juan when he quit smoking. So
That's right.
Juan, if you're smoking again, let me know so I can block you.
That's right. I'll fucking block your ass, too.
All right. Juan has number 6, Reed and Sue Richards. Which, I mean, I guess, but this is another one where it's like, Reed Richards sucks.
Yeah.
Like, as a husband.
I'm surprised
I think he's an okay, barely an okay dad, I guess. But he's a shit husband.
Yeah.
I'm surprised no one put Hank Pym and Janet Van Dyne on this list.
Oh my god.
That's about as, that's like one like Reed Richards is like, well, I mean, I'm no Hank Pym.
Yeah, I'm
I guess. Like,
he doesn't slap Sue around, but he is emotionally distant.
Right. Then we got Peter
I
Parker
remember-
and Gwen Stacy.
I forget who was writing it or whatever, but there was, I remember very vividly reading a Fantastic Four story, and Sue needed Reed to do something, whatever, and he wasn't available to do the thing that she wanted him to do because he was literally hanging out with a multiverse of himself. Like he'd rather hang out with 12 of him than one of her.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah. He's a real shitty husband. Go figure. So his number 5 is Peter Parker and Gwen Stacy. His number 4 is Neo and Trinity.
Sexy. Yeah, we actually watched them have sex.
Yeah. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Rave.
His number... His number 3 is Mork and Mindy.
Fuck off!
Why
Now,
do you never
is Mork the one who drinks out of his finger?
Probably. Nanu nanu.
Right? Like, doesn't he put his finger in a glass of milk and then it sucks all up into its body?
that sounds like
not
something
true?
from Mork and Mindy.
Is that a thing? Maybe.
It sounds real.
Yeah.
It is now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, may as well
Drink milk with your finger.
It definitely doesn't sound like something Mork from Mork would do.
Right?
Right, yeah.
It definitely sounds like something he would do. So, anyways, you take that, give that your green and slimy and smells like bacon. That's a real weird situation you got going on.
Oh, I can
Draining the life force out of her.
I can taste that joke, and I don't like it.
Through your finger?
Yeah.
Tastes like pennies.
All right, this is shocking to me. Juan's number 2 is Rogan Gambit. Juan loves Rogan Gambit, and this is his number 2. His number 2.
Well, he loves Rogue, so I don't necessarily know if he loves Gambit, so maybe that's why it's at number 2. Like, begrudgingly.
Gambit.
Yeah.
Like, ugh, this dude's fucking my chick.
Like, I guess. Fucking friend
It's like
zoned
number 1,
again.
Rogan me.
Yeah.
But no, it can't be Rogan Juan because his number 1 is Rick and Lisa. It's a Robotech thing. Lee, you like Robotech?
No idea what the fuck you're talking about.
I tell you what.
It's from the Kickstarter, the Robotech Kickstarter. You ever heard of the Robotech Kickstarter?
That I do know, yes.
Yeah.
If you had told me there are 2 characters in Robotech, I would not have guessed that their names were Rick and Lisa.
Not in a million years. If I
no
even had
fucking
been
way.
like, oh, my favorite Robotech characters? Rick and Lisa. I would have just been making nonsense names up trying to troll you.
Yeah, he's
And I'm
fucking
like,
with
oh,
us.
yeah, me too.
He's fucking with us right now. There's no Rick and Lisa. You're gonna drop 2 names like Rick and Lisa, and as your number 1, and you're not even gonna try and explain. Like, sure, it's a
Just-
Robotech thing, but like, do they have sex with their robots? What's going on with these Rick? I need to know more about Rick and Lisa.
Let's see.
You heard them. Drop it in the Discord. Give us your Rick and Lisa fan fiction.
What
On the day?
No Luke and Laura on your list, Juan? Yeah, Rick and Lisa sounds more like a soap opera couple than Robotech.
Right? Where is this? This is too much stuff.
Oh, would you go to Robotech on Wikipedia?
Yeah.
Yeah, good luck, buddy.
Okay, on the day before the SDF-3 launch, Lisa and Rick were finally married in a huge wedding ceremony attended by all of their friends on board the Robotech factory satellite. Lisa's one-time rival for Rick's affections, Lynn Mini-Me, made peace with the officer and volunteered to sing at her wedding. Imagine your fucking fiance's ex-girlfriend being like, yo, you want me to sing at your wedding? No thanks. No thanks. I'd rather have nothing like that happen at my
Yeah.
wedding. But
How about
good offer, I guess.
How about stay the fuck away?
Yeah. What if you sang in your room alone while we had a wedding?
So what we're learning is Rick and Lisa are more evolved than you, Mahoney. Congratulations.
A micronized Britai, the former ruthless Zen tradie warlord turned ally,
That
gave away
sounds
the
like
bride.
Robotech shit. That sounds like some Robotech shit right there.
Lee, who was the best man?
Was it Bifton of Xandor?
No, it sure wasn't. It was Max Sterling.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's a porn name right there.
So they hoped that the mission would be over
Hey,
quickly,
Mahoney,
but
wrestler porn star Max Sterling.
porn star all the way. All the way, porn star. So they hoped that their mission would be over quickly, but as we all know, events kept the SDF-3 away from Earth for the next 22 years.
God damn.
Yeah,
That's
but
a
at the
long
beginning of the
time.
RAF Civil War, she was finally pregnant with Rick's child. Finally! They had been just dumping loads into her.
Is that on the Wikipedia?
That's on the Wikipedia.
Citation needed.
You ever just stop to think about the face Kristen's making at any given point in the episode?
No, she turned the shit
I
off
sure
after that poor sheep. Zero in the chat says that your pronunciation of mini-me broke him. Is it, I guess it's pronounced Mineme? Minime?
No one knows. It looks like Mini-Me to me.
Yeah.
Tremendous. All right, speaking of Zero, you got some wild shit in the Discord. Let's see this thing. Okay, all right.
Not
so,
it.
Top
Yeah.
6 couples, anime edition. Shout out to Sailor Neptune and Sailor Uranus. I know those two for helping to normalize gay relationships in anime, even if they were censored to be cousins when brought over to the U.S.
Come
And
on,
I didn't know
man.
about that.
You're gonna make
What?
Sailor Uranus be the gay one?
You know what I think is funny about that? That the U.S. was like, whoa, 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 these two girls kiss? All right, make them cousins. That'll make it normal. That'll make everybody comfortable.
Yeah, it's fine. They're just gonna hold hands and give each other those looks, but they're cousins, so it's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what they do, right?
On to the proper list, number 6, Kirito and Asuna from Sword Art Online. Putting aside how the second season practically ruined the show for most people, they're a pair of badass warriors who saved the lives of hundreds of people by escaping their virtual prison video game. Then they get together in real life and shape the future of technology. Well, that's
Now,
what that show's
let me
about.
ask you this. Lee, you're a fan of Japan shit. Is Sword Art Online a show and or movie, or is it just a bunch of art about swords that is published online?
Yeah.
It is definitely a show. Whether it's also a movie, I cannot say, but I know it is in fact a show.
Yeah. Can we talk about how fucking wild the titles of animes are?
I'm really concerned about what's going to happen when I get to number 1 on this list. Because
What about
boy.
number 5, Darling in the Franxx?
Darling in the Franxx is fucking awesome. I fucking love that show. So number 5 is 02 and Hero from Darling in the Franxx. He's a teenage boy, and she's the clone of an evolved dinosaur princess, and together they're going to pilot a mech as as an analogy for teenage sex in order to save the world from aliens. Yes, that is the plot. Jogging the Franks is fucking wild, y'all. That's a good show.
The darling in the
I had
Franks.
absolutely no idea that was pronounced Franks. I just was fucking around.
Franks.
No, it's Franks. Yep, for sure.
And apparently
Stumbled right
Mini
into the
Me is
word.
pronounced Min May.
Min May. That's we added a vowel. Bought an extra
Minute
vowel.
Maid.
Yeah.
Good old
Listen up.
Lisa Minute Maid.
Lisa Minute Maid. Nobody wants you to sing at their fucking wedding. You can sing at your own wedding if you ever find a husband, you spinster.
The Jennifer
number
Aniston
4.
of Robotech.
Oh my god. Number 4, Miyamizu and Taki from Your Name, which is a very good movie. Their relationship literally spans space and time, and they were fated to eventually meet and fall in love. Your Name is pretty outstanding, actually. But these,
Thank you. I also like
these
my
two, these two, just one day, just wake up in each other's bodies and have no idea. They've never met each other before, but you know, he wakes up as a girl, she wakes up as a boy, and of course they think they're dreaming and shit like that. But it keeps happening, and so they sort of have to just kind of accept that on any given day they may become this other person. Very good.
I would put good money on if you made Jose read this line, read this list. At number 4, he'd go, all right, number 4, Miyamitsu and Taki Jose Guzman.
I have a problem with the theory, with the plot line of this story. So, Miyamizu and Taki wake up in each other's bodies on any given day, right? And then they eventually meet and fall in love. If I were to wake up in the body of a woman, the things I would do on that day would make me unlovable.
Yeah, just the exploration.
Yeah.
Just rubbing
don't worry,
up on
it
everything.
comes up. It comes up.
No way that then the next day that same woman is going to be like, hey, that seemed really great. Now what?
I'm
Should
sore.
we go get some coffee?
Number 3, Yukateru and Yuna from Mirai Nikki. Let's put aside the fact that Yuno is a mentally unstable, insane, murderous, irrational psychopath that will kill anyone to keep Yuki to herself. Obviously. They're a cute couple. Good for them.
I mean,
number 2.
He posted pictures of all these couples, and they literally all look exactly alike. So
yeah,
of course
it's all
they're
the same 6 pictures.
Of course they're
I know
a cute
couple
couple.
of them. The one in the top middle, that's 02 and Hero. I know that. And the one in the top right, that's Miyamizu and Taki. I know that one.
No,
so I would assume they're going in order then.
These are...
Oh, those two got swords. Those two got swords, so they must be the sword art people.
No. These are 6 pictures of the same couple. Just different points of their lives, different vacations, different outfits.
Different wigs. And number 2 is Tomoya and Nagisa from Clanad. Way too many N's in that word. Despite starting out looking like a... God damn it. Like, I said it, and then I heard it, and I'm like, Jose's going to catch it.
I didn't want to let you down.
Despite starting out looking like a harem anime, Clanad is truly one of the most heart-wrenching shows I've seen. The emotional roller coaster these two go through, from sickness to having a child to death, still lingers in my head. It sounds like a real fucking bummer. I don't think I want to watch that.
Yeah.
And then
no thanks.
Number 1, Rika and Yuta from Chunibiyo Demo Koigaishitai.
Nailed it.
Yep.
Shouldn't it be you shit tie?
That's exactly what I would have said.
And then he starts, what an adorable pair of retards. 2 kids who refuse to grow up and still live in their own little fantasy world, but genuinely care for each other and help each other grow as people.
Now, we can't say the R word anymore in public, only in group messages that might get leaked later.
Given what I know of this, I will say good list. Good list. But also that one show sounds like a real fucking bummer. What you got,
A lot
Mahoney?
of those shows sound like a bummer. All right, I had to edit my list because then I had my wonderful list, and then Nyes came rolling in with all his rules. So I had to take my number 1 and my number 2 off of my list and change the whole thing around. So shout out to my now departed entries of Greg and Kelly in the morning and Nice and Jose.
Aw. Well, we have planned for March. I believe March 23. We're gonna do top 6 duos. So.
All right. Well, spoiler alert. Greg and Kelly in the morning and Nice and Jose.
I'm glad that you went there, and I thought you were gonna be like, I was gonna put my mom and dad on there.
All right. So then I had to come up with 2 extra people. So I don't know if anybody but me has watched Friday Night Lights, but Friday Night Lights is a really good show, and the coach and his wife on that show are great.
Nice.
So shout out to them.
Real
well, no,
MILF.
number 6 for them.
That's
a good show.
Homeboy and what? Connie Britton, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the other
She's
guy's
great.
just
Camp on Friday Night Lights.
homeboy.
Exactly. It's a good show. You don't have to like football. I sure as shit don't like football. So. Number 5, Ben and Leslie from Parks and Rec.
Hmm.
They're great.
Yeah,
I like them a lot.
You know who's a good one too is
Andy.
Yes.
And what's your face?
Yes. Exactly. Thank
Yeah.
you for at least
I
pulling
chose
Andy
between those 2 and settled on Ben and Leslie. You want to talk supportive?
Yes.
Not the polar opposite of Homer Simpson. My number 4, Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively. Does anybody keep up? Like, Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively are pretty great. Like, they will post, it'll be like an anniversary or a birthday or something, and they will post, like, a picture of, like, Blake Lively on the left, Ryan Reynolds in the middle, and, like, The Rock on the right, and he will crop out all but her arm.
Yeah.
And just, like, post the picture of him and The Rock and be like, hey, happy birthday to my wife. And it's like, okay.
It's a really good bit.
You know?
That's a good bit.
Like, it's great. Like, it's great. I enjoy the jabs they take at each other in public.
How about the jabs they take at each other in private? Hey.
As we have said, I will watch.
Yes.
I mean, Ryan Reynolds, Blake Lively, send me a file and I will watch and let you know what I think. I can tell you now, I'm going to think it's great. Number 3, Jake and Amy from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. They're wonderful.
That's a good one. Yep.
Yep.
Also,
love them.
shout out Holt and Kevin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of my favorite episodes is the one where Holt assigns Jake to keep Kevin safe for like witness protection, and they end up in the library to use the internet in their creep costumes. Fucking great. That show was wonderful.
It's such a good show. Number 2, I know nobody watches it but me, but CT and Diem from The Challenge. Love that show.
What were those names?
What the fuck?
CT and Diem.
Okay.
I didn't think you liked anime, Mahoney.
Like, is this a brain injury you're describing? CT and Diem?
It sounds like it.
I think Junior
Sounds like
Seau
something
got
you'd be
that, and that's why he
diagnosed with
committed
after a car
suicide.
accident. All right, and my number 1, which was not my number 1 until my number 1 and 2 got taken off my list, is Vision and the Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
Nice.
That makes sense. Yeah, that checks out.
Yeah, but also a little fucked.
I mean, not as fucked.
Yeah, it could be worse. Everyone means well.
Sure.
You know?
Like, their relationship ends poorly when, you know, like, the government wipes his fucking mind and turns him into, you know,
like a soulless
yeah,
dead thing. Yeah.
But, like, that's not their fault. Everything was hunky-dory for them up until that point, except, you know, when he went crazy and tried to take over the world. But other than that...
And when he asked her to kill him. But it was solid before that.
Yeah.
You mean to tell me you've never got drunk and tried to take over the world, Nias? Come on. We're gonna rank each other by our worst moments? Fuck off. Come on.
If by trying to take over the world you mean order a bunch of Taco Bell and watch The Sopranos, then yes.
Fucking love it. That's
Sounds
a solid
great.
list, Moni. Solid list.
Thank you. All right, only one left.
Take us home, Nice, at the last-minute edition.
All right.
Eric Magnus in the Discord.
Yeah, I was going to, if this one didn't pop up in the Discord, I was going to shout out Eric Magnus and Yumiko as a top 6 couple, because goddamn, some of the stories we hear about them. All right, top 6 couples.
Also, our backup plan for if we'd had a show last week, this week's show was going to be top 6 black icons.
Yeah.
For Eric Magnus was my number 1 draft pick. Just put it out there.
I can't really think of who my favorite couples are because I'm always thinking what they do. What do they see in him or her for every couple I came up with? So I have provided a list of 2 things that go well together. Shout out to Bill and Ted. Eric Magnus doesn't listen to the rules, but we'll get through this. Number 6, cookies and milk.
Shout out to fuck the rules.
Number 6, cookies and milk, lactate or fat free. I believe Eric Magnus, lactose intolerant.
Eric Magnus, you eating cheese in the middle of the night? Let us know.
With nothing on it?
Yeah, you putting anything on it?
You raw dog and cheese?
Number 5, bra and panties, a perfect combination. Number 4, and Sheila shouted this out before anyone even submitted their list, peanut butter and jelly. Grape, specifically, and that is the correct choice.
Can't all be perfect.
Silence.
Yep.
Number 3, burger and fries, an all-time favorite.
Yeah, I'm hungry.
2A, boobies. I only wish that 3-boobed women from Total Recall was a real thing. Baby, make me wish I had 3 hands. 2B, booty butt, booty butt, booty butt cheeks. I prefer that to vagina. Put that in the intro. And then,
oh my God,
number
Jesus
1.
Christ.
When we talked about that, we were gonna do top 6 porn stars, but didn't because we didn't want to think about any of you guys jerking off. Eric Magnus is number 1. My right hand and my shaft. This combination stopped me from making horrible decisions just because I was horny. I recommend every dude beat off before they make that text or call late at night, and afterwards still see if you want her to come over. I bet you won't. This works for women as well. You know
that's some real sage-like shit.
He's not wrong, and I think more for dudes than women. I'm not a woman, so I don't know. It's just good maintenance. You just got to get the evil out of you. You got to get the poison out, and you'll feel better. It cures all. You feeling sick? Peel one off. A little stressed? Peel one off. Can't sleep? Peel one off. For real.
Wake up from being asleep? Peel
one off. You need a reset in your life? Peel one off.
Got an extra 2 minutes? Peel one off.
Yeah.
Line too
Bored
long
while
at the
recording a podcast? Why not? Do it.
Peel one off.
Oh my God. Well, that was fun.
That was.
Solid list, everybody. All right. So next week, we're starting something a little bit different. What's happening next week, Nice?
So Kelly's not here to intro this, but he pitched this idea to us, and we were all immediately super into it. So last year we were going to do the second version of the Fighting Fandom tournament, where back in the day
that's right. We didn't do it last year.
We didn't.
That's right.
We were going to do a March Madness style tournament and vote on in a tournament who is the worst fandom. But because Corona hit and everything kind of got thrown into haywire, we
just everything was awful.
Yeah,
and we just
we didn't need to
We
shit
didn't
on
want to
more
spend
people.
weeks talking about people who suck because everything sucked.
So I did have tentative on our schedule.
Thank God everything's better now.
I did have tentatively on our schedule to bring that Fighting Fandom tournament up again because it is about to be March. And then Kelly dropped this motherfucker on us, and he said, all right, you guys, let's do a 64 seed tournament of the Pokemon we would most like to eat. So we're calling
it. If you're saying to yourself right now, that's the greatest idea I've ever heard, congratulations, you're right.
Yeah. So we're calling it Poke March Madness. Gotta eat them all. So each member of the podcast has picked the 12 Pokemon we think we would most enjoy eating, and those are going to be put into a 64 seed tournament that next week we will we'll go through the first half of the first round. So we'll have I believe, what is the math? 16 matches next week.
Yeah.
32 participants. And then over the next 3 weeks, we will crown the Pokemon that we would most like to eat. So stay tuned for that. We're a food podcast, if you didn't realize.
That's right.
So we're combining the greatness of a food podcast with the greatness of a Pokemon podcast, which we're all very well versed in. So stay tuned for that.
Super well versed. We know all the names. We know all the types.
Yeah.
All that
Kelly
shit. All the
didn't have to
evolutions.
send me a list of Pokemon. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I went through every Pokemon that has ever existed, and boy, oh boy, we all had to pick 12. I had to cut my list down from 30 because there are so many delicious looking Pokemon.
And we're going to talk all about them starting
eat 'em
next
all.
week. It's fucking great. All right, let's talk about comic books. Get the fuck out of here.
All right.
I'm quite keen on comic books, especially the ones about superheroes.
All right. Let's see here. So the Black Widow series they're running right now is pretty excellent. I don't know if we talked about it, but so it starts that Black Widow has gone missing. She's been gone for 3 months. So Bucky and Hawkeye are looking for her, and she kind of shows up randomly, like in the background of like some on the street news report in San Francisco. And they're like, "That's impossible. Like, there's no way in hell she would ever let herself be filmed. What the fuck's going on?" And they go and they find her, and she has a husband and like a 7-year-old kid and a whole life that is, this little picturesque little, Norman Rockwell shit. And, at some point they Yelena Belova comes in and goes in and gets a job as the nanny, and there's no recognition. So she doesn't know who they are. Had no idea. And come to find out that sort of a cabal of, the Widow's greatest enemies. You got your Madam Hydra, you got your Weeping Lion, all those cats, and they've got an arcade on board to, kind of mind wipe her. Think she's been this, housewife forever, to kind of keep her off the board and keep her pacified, more or less. And then, Bucky and Hawkeye fuck it all up. And one of my favorite parts is in the issue prior to this one. It's kind of all gone tits up, and they're gonna send in a team, and it's kind of clear that she's got some long kiss goodnight shit going on, like her muscle members coming back, and she's secretly a badass kind of thing. And so it's all gone tits up, and so somebody makes a call to send in the troops or whatever, and just take her out. And Madam Hydra just goes, "Oh great, you've killed. We're all dead now. You've killed us all by this ridiculous plan. There's no way she's gonna let any of us survive." And so this is the wrap up of that story and how that all plays out. It's very, very good. I thought it was going to be a mini, but they're apparently going to carry it on for a little bit. So check that out. It's very good.
Nice.
Quite. And then the only other one we're talking about is the Batman's and Catwoman #3. They're doing a thing in this book where you can't quite tell if it's supposed to be in continuity or not, because it's a Black Label book, and they are technically comic-y married, I guess, but I think she fucked off for a while. Like, they're not together or something. I don't know. It's very hard to maintain. But this presupposes that they definitely are together. But each issue takes place over 3 time periods. And so, you'll see kind of the future and then the present and the past and all that shit, whatever, which is in and of itself not a new device in comics by any stretch of the imagination, but making it kind of cumbersome and complicated and a little hard to follow is that the entire book is drawn by Clay Mann, which Clay Mann is great, but it's not always apparent based on the context of a given page immediately when we are. So when Selena's an old lady, okay, we're in the future, whatever. But when it's just Batman and the Joker talking, when are we? Because it could be any time because it's just Batman and the Joker. Versus when you have a pitch like this and you have a different artist for each time period, it makes it a lot easier to follow. It makes sense, and that's kind of the biggest problem with it, honestly, is that it's just not always clear. It's like I'm still not 100% sure when the Phantasm is attacking all these people. I'm not sure. I know it's not in the future because Selina's young, but I don't know when it's happening with relation to kind of the other stuff. It's very strange, very odd. Looks great though, and I do like the future Batwoman design. Helena, the daughter of Bruce and Selina, her Batwoman design is pretty cool. It's a cool costume. I liked it.
Nice.
Yeah, it's not a bad story. It's fine, but it's just hard to follow, which is a real problem in visual media.
Any kind of story, really.
Yeah, you really want to be able to keep track of shit. But, yeah, that's all I got for this week. What you got? We're talking about, Nice.
Well, I was going to talk about those awesome Twitch Fortnite clips that I shared earlier. So instead, I will talk about how I want to thank Jose and his lady for getting me and Mary into the Leah Remini Scientology show. But we can't watch it during the week anymore because it's not really a show that gets you in a great mood before bed. So
not so much.
You gotta save it for middle of the day on the weekends and just binge like 3 or 4 episodes. One observation I had is in season 2 they start getting into the sexual abuse in the Church of Scientology.
Oh, cool!
And
how light
with all the weird shit that Scientology does, it's almost quaint that they have sexual abuse because it's like, oh, they're just like us. They're just like everyone else, aren't they?
Yeah. What an old standard. How nice.
Yeah. Oh, so they are like an actual religion with their sexual abuse and such. And then other than that, the show that we have decided to watch on weeknights so that we can go to bed with a positive attitude is Disney Plus did drop The Muppet Show this past week. So we've been watching a lot of that, and it's wild, man. I don't remember we're still on the first season, and I don't remember any of this shit. The episodes I watched must have been very later seasons, and there's a lot of
there were probably later seasons or reruns or kind of just whenever you can find it, because not like any of us were watching them first run in 77.
Exactly. There were wrong sounding Muppets on the Muppets before Jim Henson died. There's, in fact, Miss Piggy was a bit player in the earlier episodes and had a different voice, and then Frank Oz started voicing her a few episodes in, but then they also shot a bunch of this one particular skit where they're all in a ballroom dancing, and she still has the old voice in those skits, so it's fucking wild. It's weird. I do love, and I've always been a big fan of Sweetums and the Gorgs on Fraggle Rock, but because they have the celebrity guests, they do a lot with a full-size human in a Muppet head and hands interacting with the celebrity guests, and I've always loved that about the Muppets, where it's not just one kind of fucking weird puppet, that they run the gamut of every style, and I really do like the ones where it's just some dude wearing a head and gloves. So I
always like when Sweetums comes out during the Muppet Vision in Hollywood Studios.
Hell yeah.
That's so fun. So fun.
Sweetums, top tier Muppet.
Yeah.
Sweetums rules.
Wouldn't disagree.
Unsung hero of the Muppet movie.
Hollywood!
Wait for me!
Hey guys! I want to go to Hollywood! I'll save your penguins!
Fucking wonderful.
Fuck yeah, Sweetums. So yeah, check out this thing called Muppet Show. Real interesting. Jose, you there?
Jose went to sleep.
Oh.
He's out.
Hey.
Oh, there he is.
He's back.
Finished season 1 of Doom Patrol, and that shit, they said, we don't give a fuck, huh?
Nice.
Yeah, I haven't finished it yet, but I really love every single episode I've seen. It's really fun.
It's pretty fucking great. The season finale is definitely, I don't want to spoil it, but wild. And if there was a Olympic sport called "Don't Giving a Fuck," I think they're taking home the gold. So
That sounds
it's just
awesome.
interesting to see these DC shows be pretty cool and do some cool shit, and they just can't seem to get their big budgets in order.
I've said it before, and I'll say it again until the fucking cows come home, man. I think the difference is that they get people that actively care about the characters on the shows.
So because the company doesn't give a fuck about the TV shows, they hire people who do care about the shows, and then they're worrying about making money off the movies, so they hire fuckheads.
Something like that.
Kind of seems like it. I mean, sort of.
Right.
You know, in the world of where we calls them like we sees them, yeah, kind of. You know, I guess so.
So we'll end up picking up Doomsday season 2 or Doom Patrol season 2 and finishing, which we're probably going to just restart because it's been so long, Preacher.
Solid.
Because I think we only watched the first 2 seasons of that.
Yeah, season 1 of Preacher is all right, but then they really find their groove in season 2 and just it's kind of balls to the wall from there. It's very good. Good shit. What you got, Mahoney?
I have been watching, and I actually just last night finished because I didn't realize it just ended on a cliffhanger and that the show wasn't over. But The Dragon Prince on Netflix. So
I've seen that trailer, yeah.
Yeah, I watched what's that thing? Legend of Korra the other couple of weeks, right? Which was the Avatar follow-up, and I enjoyed that. And it was like, hey, you should watch The Dragon Prince, and I was like, all right. And it's this cool story of, you know, there's like 5 kingdoms, and one's got magic from the moon, and one's got it from like the earth and whatever other thing. And then they're like, and then there's humans, and they don't have shit, so they just kill magical creatures and steal their magic. And basically, it leads to like this big war, and they kill the Dragon King, and it's, you know, it starts this like generational war between everybody, and you know, until they find like the Dragon Prince. So it was really cool, and I recommend it if you're in the mood for something like that.
Yeah, my sister-in-law really likes that show.
Well, that
got to get Zoe on it.
I'm not sure how I feel about that. Other than that, there are so many videos on TikTok about WandaVision. And one of the more interesting TikTok videos I've seen on WandaVision is, you know, there was this whole piece around the aerospace engineer and who Monica was going to meet. And was it going to be Reed Richards? Was it going to be the Blue Marvel? Like, who was it going to be? And then it was just random sword agent who was like, yeah, we're loyal to your mom, and that's not the only person we're loyal to. Like, okay, well, that's interesting.
We got this big old space Humvee. Enjoy.
Big old space Humvee. And as the person in this TikTok pointed out, in the foreign subtitled episodes, that female character is being addressed as though it's a guy. So it's a man. And Monica has said, like, oh, I got a guy, like, you know, I'll call my guy, whatever. And then in walks this lady. The theory floated in this TikTok that I kind of love is that Sword is just full of Skrulls. Like, Maria Rambeau brought in all of her Skrull buddies, got them jobs in Sword. All this, like, space travel, all of that is, you know...
Thanks to the Skrulls.
Thanks to the Skrulls. And Monica's, you know, aerospace engineer, my guy, is whoever her Skrull pal is. It's like, you know what? I love it. I'm in.
I don't hate that at all.
Especially
we've already seen Nick Fury with a shitload of Skrulls in space, so it kind of tracks.
And we're supposed to get a Secret Invasion show too, so we gotta plant more seeds with scrolls.
Wanda's a scroll.
I mean,
Okay,
talking
here's
about
a WandaVision theory that I have that is not from TikTok, but with Jose saying Wanda's a Skrull. I don't think Wanda's a Skrull at all.
Nah, I'm joking.
Here's the deal, though. And spoilers if you haven't seen the most recent episode. We know that Agnes is really Agatha Harkness. She goes
Which,
down
man,
into
I
that
literally
weird ass.
shouted, I fucking knew it at my TV. I was so excited.
She goes down into that weird ass basement she's got. Who's to say that Agatha Harkness is our Agatha Harkness? Like, there's nothing to suggest that she's not from a different reality.
That's true.
And then, following that thread, who's to say the Vision is our Vision?
Huh. Yeah.
I mean, she wouldn't. She got him.
Well, yeah, but they showed him.
No,
they showed his dead
she
body.
went to
and he
Sword
was
and got his
missing-
body that was all disassembled. Doesn't mean she didn't just reach out through the multiverse and rip another Vision out of somewhere else and be like, "You're my husband now."
But Director Homeboy had him low-jacked, and he would have
Yeah,
low-jacked
and then-
our Vision.
If he's outside of the bubble, he's dead.
Well, okay, the bubble being outside of the bubble, being dead doesn't matter because that would be easily explainable. But I don't necessarily have an answer for Lee's point about the LoJack.
Right. Still interesting.
It's also it's so fucking good.
2 episodes
I'm so hyped to
left.
see where this goes. And then it's like, oh, it's over. It's like, oh, there's no new WandaVision this week. And it's like, oh, but fucking next week is Falcon and Winter Soldier. Okay, cool. I'm okay again.
Yeah.
I remember how to love.
There was an Instagram post that I shared during this show. Where is it? Let me find it. I think I sent it to
Mahoney's
Nice.
like, you can't handle my undivided attention.
No one can. You would all wither.
This is
under
why
it.
you don't retain shit.
Listen, it's not a mystery. Like, oh no, you guessed it. So January 15th is when WandaVision premiered, right? That carries us through March 5th. On March 12th is the making of WandaVision. March 19th is Falcon and Winter Soldier, which carries us through April 23rd. April 30th is the making of Winter Soldier. May 7th is when Black Widow is supposed to come out. May 14th, the making of Black Widow is released. May 21st is Loki, which runs straight through June 5th. On July 2nd is the making of Loki. On July 9th is Shang-Chi. July 16th, the making of Shang-Chi. July 23rd, What If, which runs through September
God.
10th. The making of on the
so happy.
16th. Then Ms. Marvel comes out on the 24th. Like, there is literally a new Marvel show every or movie every single week for the entire year.
Is this confirmed? Because I didn't think that they had a
I've
date
seen the
for
same
Loki.
list like a week ago.
It's on Instagram.
I would say it's confirmed until it's not confirmed.
Yeah.
It does say
Prove me wrong, Internet.
It does say in Wikipedia that Loki is supposed to come out in May. Black Widow and Shang-Chi.
Yeah,
we'll see
They
about
need to
that.
do a making of Black Widow delay.
Right.
But at least, if the movies don't come out, that's a week. Like,
Right,
these
exactly.
shows are coming out. We are probably looking at new Marvel content most weeks this year.
Stick it in me.
Right?
I'm so excited. That fucking Loki show looks so good, you guys.
Yeah, it does.
So
I
fucking
have not
good.
watched the trailer on it yet. And I don't.
Yeah,
I
are
don't.
you
Looks so
thinking?
fun.
I tried holding off on watching the Falcon Winter Soldier trailer, but I think they shoved it down my throat during the Super Bowl.
Yeah. It was only a little bit. It wasn't the whole thing.
I
the
can't-
tip.
Yeah, they didn't put the
I
whole
can't
thing
take the
down
whole
your throat.
thing.
You know,
Just the tip.
and since we're talking about it, this current week's episode of WandaVision was the only episode so far where I've been kind of like, I mean, it was a bridge episode. It's getting us to where we need to be. Nothing super, like there's the revelation at the end, but, a lot of us had that theory already. And the reveal of her science guy, her aeronautics engineer, was disappointing.
I would
misdirect?
say that's fair.
But I did
But
like
also,
the
it's
format.
not their fault that the internet was like, it's Reed Richards.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't
was
think
just
it was
gonna
Reed
say the
Richards.
same thing. It's like, I mean, I guess like it doesn't feel fair to be like, oh, I thought it was gonna be Reed Richards, and I guess it's not, so it sucks.
Yeah.
But also, like,
even
don't
a little bit
tease
imply
me
that it would.
you know a guy and then give me some random character
Right.
I've never heard of. Like,
Did I miss
What if
something?
it's not a random character? What if it's the fucking the science guy from Captain Marvel?
okay,
The
that's
science guy
cool.
Skrull. Yeah.
That's cool, but tell me that.
What do you think you missed, Jose?
They didn't show the guy yet, right?
Apparently, see, it's unclear because episode before last, Wanda's expanding the hex, and Monica and Wu are hightailing it out of there in a sword Humvee. Look, I did it.
Ah, you did it.
Oh, the chick.
And then she says something like, okay, well, because they've been talking about her aerospace engineer guy. And then they're in the Humvee and they're like, we're going to go rendezvous with my guy. And then they rendezvous with this, sword phalanx of troops or whatever. And it's like, is this the guy or what?
But going with the scrolls thing, it could still be a guy, right?
Yes, exactly.
Right,
exactly.
right.
Where have you been?
And that's the thing that in the translated episodes, she's speaking to that character as though it's a man, which could be a mistake or it could
Gotcha,
be
subtitles.
because it's a scroll.
So what if Agatha's basement's a scroll?
Maybe.
It's a group.
Yeah, like I had an inkling for a little bit, especially when she started caring for the kids. I'm like, oh fuck, it's gonna be Agatha Harkness. But then
Did you not know that Agnes was Agatha Harkness, or you just didn't know she was evil?
Well, no, I didn't know she was Agatha Harkness, but like I kind of thought so. But then I'm not gonna lie, they kind of threw me off last week.
I
when,
could have swore we
woke her up,
talked
she was
about
flipping
that.
out. I'm like, fuck, maybe she's not.
Yeah,
I don't think there was ever a question of if she was Agatha Harkness. It's just we didn't expect her to turn out to be behind it.
Well, fuck me, I guess.
Well, no, I
I don't even know what's going on, and I knew she was Agnes.
And I'm the one who doesn't retain anything, huh?
Fucking love it. It's great.
But
And here I was
don't know
thinking I was
anything
all
about-
smart for figuring it out.
I don't know anything about those Agnes and her, so I had to kind of look it up after.
Right.
But what I thought was cool was that it said her son was a main villain of the Fantastic Four, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, her son Nicholas Sparks, aka her rabbit, Senior Sparky.
Yeah, look at that. Yep.
Dun, dun, dun. So she
It's
bangs
like
rabbits.
they give a shit.
And then also, don't forget about Master Pandemonia with his baby hands.
Creepy ass baby hands.
You know what?
See
It
him
could
do
still
his
happen.
dance.
It could still happen.
It could.
It might.
Because where'd those kids go? They're hands now.
Oh my god.
And they're little kids.
If like the fucking mailman comes in next episode with the kids as his hands, it's gonna be wild.
Here's your
I
mail.
love it.
And your kids. I picked my nose with them.
All right, let's call this thing. It's a good time. This is a fun one, you guys.
Yeah.
And it's all because I got the date right.
You
It's
did nail
all
it.
coming
Yeah.
together.
I was
Fucking
just
nailed it.
thinking at the beginning of the show when Niles was like, Lee got the date right. It was like, who would even fucking know? You could tell me it was literally any day, and I'd be like, yeah, sure.
I have calendars.
Yeah.
Why?
I like to know the day.
Yeah, it's the equivalent of just like, putting a tally mark on the prison cell wall.
Yeah, like, I have calendars. All right, you should look into that. That seems unnecessary.
If you don't have a calendar, Mahoney, how do you know when Falcon and Winter Soldier is going to air?
Instagram.
Yeah.
You sound like my boss at my last job. All right. come back next week for our Poke March Madness. Poke March Madness. That is not easy to say.
Talk too much shit about getting the date right.
We'll talk about which fictional creatures we would like to eat. I gotta make my list. I'm sorry, Kelly, wherever you are. I apologize.
It's gonna be Fruit Punch Pikachu, I'm telling you.
I got a list that's so yummy.
Join us for that madness next week at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central at youtube.com/panelsonpages. Hit us up on the Discord. Check out some merch at merch.panelsonpages.com. Check out that new Fortnite shirt. We got the new the fanboy designs designed by our good buddy Adam Hicks, fucking immensely talented artist, and all kinds of good shit up there. Got Where the Turtles. We got the Stone Cold Creamery. All kinds of good shit.
Oh, hell yeah.
Out. And we'll talk to you guys next week. For Jason Nyes, Jose Guzman, and our good buddy Mahoney, I am the Lord Reverend Lee Rodriguez. Good night. We love you. Bye-bye.
Demonetize this.
You fucking Google ass bitch.
Demonetize this. Demonetize this.
Fucking Google something.
Demonetize this.
Holy shit.
Demonetize this.
You fucking Google ass bitch.
Demonetize this.
I didn't want to say it.
Demonetize this.
What are you, some kind of bitch?
Whoa.
Demonetize this.
You fucking Google ass bitch.
Demonetize this.
Why you keep bugging us, YouTube?
Demonetize this.
You fucking Google ass bitch.
That's it. Show's over. We're done.
See you next Tuesday.